Seems like you're working against yourself, Josh.
I told you already that I am on Rabiat's side here.
I know. Let me think about it. I gotta figure out how it fits in. I like the idea. I just gotta figure out how it fits in. 'Cause that's already gonna be a motherfucker.
So does anyone think Chris realizes that he has himself muted and oh no, there it is.
Oh, I forgot we were still working on this problem.
I looked over Discord, I saw like the
Oh.
mute and the
Yeah, he was muted and deafened. Yeah, I saw the same thing. It is not working. I see your lips moving, but I don't see the light coming on.
I have to switch back to your old headphones.
I mean, you got those for free, so can't. I don't think you really complain.
No, the new ones or the old ones?
His new ones.
Or are they free?
He bought them with dealership incentive points or some shit.
Oh.
Discord's not detecting the
I
light
mean,
now.
not free. I mean,
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Opportunity cost.
Huh.
I was like yelling at someone.
About this.
Yes.
Oh. Is it better?
Yeah.
Yes, much better.
All right, so I reset the settings. I unplugged the mic, plugged it back. Voice mod. So I have no voice mod tonight. So
It's usually the voice mod's problem. Like, it's especially like, did you hit the update button? Just update it every time you start it.
I did.
Oh,
I was
okay.
playing with it yesterday. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Whenever I have a problem, it's voice mod usually. So
I'm gonna have to just get a different one.
it's very finicky for some reason.
Yep.
I don't know why. And it's constantly adjusting like what it thinks you want the input and output settings to be. And it's
Yep.
like, no, fuck you, voice mod. I said it how I wanted it.
Could you just leave it the fuck alone?
Yeah.
Because it worked just fine before you got
Yeah.
involved.
The problem too is that you have to open it, like you have to open everything in a very specific order. You need to turn your headphones on, and then you need to open voice mod, and then you need to open Discord. Because if you do it in any other order, it detects, each one of those programs detects what it thinks the
Gotcha.
correct inputs and outputs are. And that's when it causes problems. So, because it's like, oh, I didn't find your headphones, so I set it to your laptop mic instead. And
Yep.
aren't I a good robot? And it's like, no, you're a shitty robot.
At least I can be heard. I can deal without the voice mod. That's fine.
We're gonna miss Big Daddy Norris.
I know. Sorry. I'm gonna have to find another one.
Just lower your voice. You can do that, Chris. Come on.
I can
dig
lower
deep.
my voice. It just doesn't come out well. I like the voice mod better.
Did Liam roll a character in Diablo 3 yet?
No, we haven't managed to put it together where we could both play yet because of technical difficulties.
Oh,
No.
First, I had trouble with BattleNet, and then I had more trouble with BattleNet.
the BattleNet app is not stellar.
Yeah, it would not. It's not set up to be helpful either, so it wouldn't. Like when you go to purchase it through the BattleNet desktop app, it like loads a web page within the app.
Yep.
And that wouldn't load. And it's like, try these helpful things, not that helpful. And then it's like, fine, let's go to the website and purchase it. And then when I
It
push the
loads you
purchase
back up to
button,
BattleNet
it
app.
pushes me back over to the BattleNet app. So I was stuck in this loop. So I'm like, fuck it, we have like an hour left. I'm just gonna gift it to him from my BattleNet. That takes 24 hours. So it's been.
Not doing Switch, doing on two PCs.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to use his PC more, like do some keyboard and mouse stuff.
Gotcha.
Plus, then we can sit right next to each other too. So he's right behind me.
You can't. You can't do that on the Switch.
Okay, you know what's that? I realized that as I was talking that that's a dumb reason. I'm gonna stick to the keyboard and mouse thing. So
It's fine. You got to bring him over to PC gaming.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bring him back to.
I mean, you should at least know how to use a freaking computer. So, all right, can we all just start spamming Alec?
Really, somebody's got to get this guy's phone number.
Yeah, I know. We should have done it last time we had this problem.
He posted a thumbs up earlier, didn't he?
He did.
Also,
that's right.
it was his idea, Chris, for tonight.
Well, you know, maybe.
Maybe he has to take a really devastating poop.
I mean, listen, I understand. Like, that's a thing that human beings have to do. I think last time, what was it? You just didn't realize what time it was. So,
Yeah, I think the time zone thing really fucks it up. So, you know.
It's. I mean, it's not like this is like his second time playing with us. The time zone thing,
it's
not really a thing you can use.
the same.
anymore.
It's the same time every 2 weeks. So,
Yeah.
it's a nice robot.
Good old Doctor Who.
We need a robot.
I think those are cyborgs technically, but whatever.
Listen, I'm not all PC. Fuck them.
That's just a guy in a costume. So I don't know what you call that. Human?
A cyborg.
I don't know if it's a cyborg. If it's just a
You don't know
cardboard
that. You don't
shell.
know that those pieces aren't part of him.
That's true.
How dare you assume his make and model?
I got to reconnect again. I'm not seeing Chris Bermundi.
I know I had to reconnect to when he came on.
Oh, I didn't see him either. Hold on.
There we go. I finally got rid of my hobo beard yesterday. The itchiness was just overpowering, especially since it's like a little like warmer, more humid now.
Mm-hmm.
I can see everyone besides other Chris. Like I can apparently see one Chris at a time.
I reconnected. I can see everybody. It took me longer to load.
Can't see Chris O'Connell now.
And
Just
now
wait
King
until
Puncher-
Alex signs on, because
I know, we're not going to bother. We're going to do it all over again. That is 100% true.
Well, I mean, it's very nice that it looks like that means the rest of us got the long rest, right?
Yeah. Everyone else became 18 and he is still 17. So we get something cool at 18.
I get action surge.
Besides Yay. I know what Yay gets because he's mentioned it a couple times now. Action
Yeah,
Surge,
I
I
got
heard.
one spell.
Oh, that's kind of, really? That's it?
I'm technically level
Is it-
13.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
If I make a
D class.
if I make a strength roll, and it is less than my strength
Yeah,
score,
so
I
it's your
immediately
strength
flip-
score. Yeah.
Yes, it becomes my strength score. So all my strength rolls are now.
I remember you put the name of it in chat, so I googled what it is to see how it's gonna hurt me. And the first thing is like, it's this really stupid Reddit post about how barbarians are overpowered because they get to replace all their attack rolls with their strength score, and I'm like, that's not even how D&D works.
That's
Like,
not. Yeah, that's
that is not how it works.
no.
Can you just say, can you do, the old, I'm going to take a 10 rule? You just say, I'm going to take a 20 on this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a 21.
A 21, yeah.
I'm just like usually
Soon
people
we
have
all take a
gripes,
25.
but yeah, that's true. Yeah, level 20, right?
Oh wait, no, 26 technically, right?
No, I get it'll increase by 4, so I'll go up to 25.
Oh, okay.
Con and strength increase by 4 at level 20.
Oh, I thought it went up to 25 for some reason.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe we just been saying that because you were 21.
I mean, there's no mathematical difference, like in terms of the bonuses.
But what if he gets another point somewhere?
I mean, there is a mathematical difference in the fact that he can take his strength score in place of a roll.
Let's see.
Motherfucker.
I mean, I'm just saying.
The primal champion. At 20th level, blah, blah, your strength and con scores increase by 4. Your maximum for those scores is now 24.
Oh, so it doesn't go up, it's a static amount.
It just goes up by 4.
Lame. Oh, up by 4, okay.
Yep, up by 4.
Says the maximum goes up to 24, but I'm guessing since whatever he has gives him +1 max. We'll
Yep,
say-
that's homebrew will special.
Yeah.
I did a one shot with some of my other friends a couple weeks ago, and I did a Ancestral Guardian Barbarian. Let me tell
They're
you,
so powerful, man.
the level
that-
3 fucking class feature they have
That
is ridiculous.
taunt is
Yep.
unreal. I don't understand how it's so powerful.
How is
dealing
that a
with that.
level 3 skill that you give
Yeah.
people?
I'm
On
dealing
top
with
of
that
on
right
top of it
now
being
with-
a barbarian, right? So you're a pain in the ass to kill, and guess what? If you attack anyone besides the barbarian, you have
make
disadvantage.
everybody else a pain in the ass to kill.
Yeah,
Also,
like it is so
if
awesome.
If the other melee
Disadvantage
person,
and damage resistance.
yeah, now imagine trying to run a melee encounter with 2 barbarians and a goddamn Echo Knight fighter. It sucks.
Let's
Hey,
go
so-
rerun.
I don't know why DMs put up with players ever.
Well, I mean that one's freaking Wizard's fault. Like that's a legit class now, right?
It is. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was
sure if the
looking at
Ancestral
that.
Guardian might be actually more annoying than the Totem Warrior Barbarian.
Yeah, because it makes
Mhm.
everyone else just as powerful.
It basically confers Barbarian Rage
Yeah.
defense to everyone.
Yeah, I think if it didn't give damage resistance, it would be more balanced. Like the disadvantage is huge, but disadvantage and damage resistance is it's literally rage. Like
And,
Mhm.
well, it's better than Rage because it literally just says resistance to all damage. It doesn't
yeah,
matter
so
the
you can't
type,
even psychic
even
bomb them.
psychic damage. It's like, how is that level 3? What the fuck?
It's an infinitely scaling ability, which is crazy because most of like the low class creatures have like a pretty like low level of where it ceases to be helpful. Like Wild Shape, it stops being useful by about level 8, unless you happen to be like
Circle.
Circle of the Moon. Like really, once you get flying, you get like 2 levels of flying before everything can just insta give you out of flight mode in one round. That flying kind of stops being useful.
All right, at 8:30, I'm gonna like start. So I think if we don't hear from, I think that's a reasonable.
This is fine. Victor had a Windows update that caused him to blue screen repeatedly. Therefore,
I
he's
mean,
not-
that's feasible too, because I know he has no small amount of computer problems.
Oh no,
But
I
he does
meant
have a
in
phone,
character.
though.
Yes. Oh, that's true too. I forgot that Discord works on phones.
Don't you guys have phones?
You ever tried talking to someone who was on Discord on their phone though?
I mean, there's a text chat.
I was gonna say it's literally spamming the shit out of him right now.
Also, I
Unless
do
he
that
has
all the
lights
time.
Turned off.
Maybe he didn't pay for cell service because he just assumed he'd always have Wi-Fi.
I think 8:30 is a reasonable allotment, and then we'll get
Home
going.
Depot got him. That's it.
Oh, that might be true. Oh.
So I finished dinner and I ran out to go get gas because of the pipeline issue. No,
Is that the end of the story?
Yeah, I was waiting for my story.
Or is there something more to this?
gas went up 15 cents in the last week, so I didn't want to be without gas. Didn't want to be like, what was it, Vietnam or Korea was it, where
Vietnam.
they had to do the odds and evens.
Gas rations.
Yeah, like you can only go out these days if you had an odd number ending in your license plate.
I'm not that worried about it.
That's
Neither
how
am
they
I.
do That's how they do driving in Metro Manila. When I lived out there, because like traffic is just so fucking bad.
Oh,
There are,
really?
like,
You can only
certain
drive your
days-
car on certain days.
Yeah, there are certain
That's
days a
crazy.
week where you cannot drive your car, like 1 or 2 days a week, where depending on your license plate, like you just are not. I mean, you're not supposed to take out. I'm sure people fucking love it. The cops don't give a shit for the most part. But
Yeah, trying to keep track of that's got to be fucking next to impossible.
I mean, I guess if you get like even 50% compliance, that's a net win for society. So.
yeah, so, like I mean, I never went out because I wanted to bribe those fucking cops out.
And
The
white
takeaway
man,
isn't they're
vanilla,
gonna tow
probably
my
a good
car.
choice.
The takeaway isn't they're gonna tow my car or they're
First
gonna
of
give me
all,
a ticket. There is
Yeah.
I gotta
First of all,
bribe
you
a
should have
cop.
flown your helicopter around,
No,
Chris. I don't
like
understand.
no, seriously, I got pulled over all the time out there. It's like because they know
Yeah, because
that
you got money.
it's like what you joke about it, but that is 100%
Nope,
true.
I
I
believe
literally
it,
had to
yeah.
bribe 2 or 3 cops while I was out there, just because they would pull me over and try to find something wrong with like my licensing or registration or something. It's pretty
Oh, yes.
I mean, I feel like at that point, just break out a lawn chair and just like see how much of their time you can waste by just eating a sandwich.
I just want to
That's
be
the
home. I
interesting
wanna-
choice in another country too. Like, where, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a good way to not be seen for 3 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I don't know if I'd even be okay doing that in America, let alone in a country with
A
more
legal system you don't
dubiousness.
understand.
Exactly, yes. I was trying to think of a nice way to say it, yes.
I mean, you gotta give like Connecticut state cops credit where credit's due. Like, they don't actually want to arrest us for anything. They just want to give us a ticket to generate income in the state. Like, I did the math out the other day. Like, if I averaged out my speeding tickets over like the last like 3 years, it
How many
basically
speeding
works.
tickets do you get?
Yeah, how many tickets do you get?
I've never gotten a speeding ticket in my whole life. How many do you get per year?
I mean, I haven't gotten any in like the last year because COVID. So
1 year?
He's
Holy
Chinese and he
God.
drives a Toyota. How many do you think?
Jesus, yay. I thought Asian people drove slow. What the hell?
I was gonna say the last
I
one I
answered
got,
the
I was
Asian
going
women. Are you
87 in this
drifting?
65.
Wait,
Are you Tokyo drifting, eh?
have you never seen Annette drive? Because she is like a fucking maniac.
Oh, she
when
is the
drives.
maniac. Yeah, she has a speeding ticket too. Going like
but,
92 on the merit.
I mean, like sometimes you just get unlucky.
My last one was in 2006. I drive 40 miles one way to work every day.
Well,
My last one when
congratulations.
I was like 19.
And I know for a fact that 3/4 of my drive this morning was at about 92 miles an hour going up there.
Well, apparently no one feels like pulling over a like.
White guy?
Yeah, I'm sure they can see that coming, or I just know where the speed traps are, and I use Waze on top of that. Like, there was a cop this morning.
45,000 miles a year. I have
And I
zero
slowed
speeding
down from
tickets.
92 to 70 before I got near him. Then I got past him, and I went back up to 92 miles an hour again.
What I do is I put my white card up against the window as I drive by.
See, my
They do
trick.
not arrest me.
My trick is I just leave 10 minutes early for work, and then you don't fucking have to be.
Then
done
you
with
have to
that.
speed. Yeah, you
It's
don't have to
pretty
speed everywhere.
pretty easy. Just saying.
I will say the one time I've gotten a speeding ticket was when I was driving to my sister's house in St. George. It's just like
Oh, that's so easy though. It's a one
long story
road.
short,
Yeah.
it is easy, but here's what was happening was this fucking lady in front of me was not using goddamn cruise control and she was staying in the left-hand lane. And so she would just like speed up randomly and like we'd be fine. Then she would suddenly like slow way the fuck down, and it was just driving me fucking insane because she would
So you
not
murdered
just,
her?
like, no. And so like I would try to like pass her and like I would get past her and then like pull over into the right hand lane because that's what you're supposed to do if you're being a good
Yeah.
guy. And suddenly she like passed me again and then like start going slower again. And it's just
Oh.
like so I just tried to like get some distance from her, and that one fucking mile that I was just like putting space between us was where the goddamn cop was waiting.
Yeah.
So.
I say if you get into like a grudge match on that road too, that's gonna be a long grudge. It's literally the same. It's a straight line from Vegas to St. George through the desert.
So I was just trying to put distance between us.
I mean,
Should have gone off in Mesquite or whatever the hell it is, the old person casino world, whatever it's called.
Sometimes you just gotta speed because you don't like being next to other people. Like I hate when people drive 2 cars parallel. That shit drives me
Yes.
fucking crazy.
You live near the busiest highway in the country. One of the busiest highways in the country.
It might be the busiest. Like it's definitely up there.
But you can still stagger your cars though, like and not be an asshole instead of just driving like this.
And they will take your feelings into consideration next time they're driving on your highway.
I mean, it's also just like unsafe as a driver to be right next to someone because then you have no room to like, if there's like an obstruction in the road ahead of you or you need to
I
like
don't
swerve, like, where the fuck are you
disagree
gonna
as
go?
a whole. I'm just saying there's not a lot of fucking space to choose when you're in Connecticut.
Yeah.
You kind of
you're-
just get what you get.
I mean, you can pull around people and go faster. Just sometimes the cops.
And that's how you get
And
a
that's
speeding
how we
ticket
get
every year.
tickets. It comes full circle.
Hey.
Anyway,
Oh my
going back
God.
to the original thing. If you average it out over the last 4 years, it works out to basically be like a $3 like convenience fee like every day.
Every day.
He
Every
broke it down
every
to the
driving
day.
day. Every like work day.
That is a lot of money, eh? $3 a day. Like my expenses per day are like $10 if you include like a coffee and a sandwich each day, like the food to feed myself. So that's a pretty big
Oh,
percentile
man.
increase to your like daily living expenses.
I still go to
You can afford it
speed,
though.
but speed carefully and just don't get caught.
Well, I
This
don't
is
know about
this
that
is why
shit.
fines are just a luxury tax on the rich.
I mean,
I
or we
just
could
think,
or we could just have highways like in like sane states that are wider. So like,
yes, I mean that would also be a thing. So yeah, would you just pay? If I could say that you could pay $3 a day and you just drive as fast as you want.
I would 100% give you I would 100% do it.
All right, so you would pay some $1,200 a year or whatever it works out to be.
I mean, what's 5 times 7 times 365?
Oh, you're only saying work days. So on the
Yeah.
weekends you don't. That's true. You
Because
probably
I
don't go
have my
anywhere.
wife in the car, so I'm not gonna drive like an asshole. Because her mortality matters to me.
My kids ask me to drive fast.
And
Daddy,
that
it's
tells
the
me to
Mini.
drive.
Make it go.
Yeah, and that tells me to drive faster all the time. So she wants to go home. All right, it's 8:30. I think we've been good folk.
Let's do it.
Right, rolly roll.
I'm gonna refresh my chat then.
Okay.
What?
1, 2, 3. 5. I forgot how many. Seth. This will be an easy one. What did we do last time? It was not that long ago.
We
Baby
fucked
Seth.
shit up as evil people.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you did.
Some of us
So
did.
we took the role of our evil alter egos and entered. What plane was it? Wasn't just
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
That's right. Pandemonium, and it was like a windy sumbitch, and we went in and met a bartender guy or barkeep guy who was reluctant to give us information. Seemed like he was mostly just fucking with us, because after we were obstinate enough, he just let us go. To go find where basically like the core of Pandemonium was, and we went there and we ended up basically using our evil characters to corrupt the central, I guess core is the only way I could really put it, of
Yeah, I think it
Pandemonium
works.
to use for Belfire's benefit, and we killed the guardian of the core of Pandemonium.
It was a very like.
And there
thank
wasn't
you.
a ton that happened, but it just took us a really fucking long time to get there because Ye
There
was
was
very,
a
very
door
stupid.
to a club that stimmied
Yes.
you for. It's got to have been 50 minutes.
There's two very
Which is
important characters we
great.
met.
Yep. So you did meet Tiffany Redhands.
Tiffany Red Hands is right.
No relation, or that's not true. Definitely a relation.
Definitely.
We also met the Count and Yinlar from.
Those are the two most important people.
Most important people. I just shoehorned Ye's game now because now he's got to figure out how to get those two characters to Pandemonium at some point.
I mean, I figure your negotiations with the Storm Giants just goes really badly, so you have to hide somewhere.
Yes. Yes, thank you. So we are gonna pick back up with the party, right? So if we recall, you guys had just defeated the two hunters, right? One in take a look at the map.
Or not.
Pinella and one in Beach Marsh. So it is the middle of the night. If you remember, you had taken the dragons out there, and I will throw it to you guys for what you do next. So do you guys remember the things that you've learned so far? just wanna
We
make sure.
know that they're channeling the channeling aspects from the various other planes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think our guy was from Limbo, or someone's from. No, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't
So
know.
yeah, the zombie is from Limbo. Yep. The
I don't
zombie
remember
guy.
who the other.
Yeah,
I don't remember who the other people were from because they were not my game.
don't worry about it. I just meant the bigger picture stuff, right? Because you were
But
only have so many days to solve this puzzle.
apparently he as he was dying he told us to tell the guard captain hello, like in the most ominous way possible.
Those idiots will meet again.
Yes.
No, I
thank you.
think what he's referring to is at the very end, we went back in front of Bellfire, and there was that map of all the gates that were up, and there is not much left.
Yeah, so you guys know that there's only one gate remaining, right? Which is the Celestial gate, which is where the Paragons are fighting. So and you guys know that
one
you
of
only
them's got
have.
a Vorpal sword, so it's fine.
He's fine. Yep. So you guys are. You know that you're on kind of a time crunch in Brayhaven, right? There is a disease that is ravaging the city. You would come out here for clues. I think you learned a couple things while you were out here. It's up to you guys what you're doing next.
How many days has it been since we've been at Brayhaven, or since we have first arrived?
This is going to be your first sleep.
So day 4.
Wait, what?
So how many days has it been since we killed the previous Reaper? I should say.
I think this is the third. No, we determined this last time. We'll say third night.
Okay. So once we wake up, it'll be day 4.
Yes, I know you're keeping track for your resurrection spell.
I am. Yes. Cool beans.
What's the plan, guys? Are you sleeping in town? Are you making camp somewhere? Are you
So, I
flying
mean,
back?
we're still two separate groups, correct? And we
You're
don't
still two
know
separate groups,
what
yep.
one another did.
You do not. I don't think you have any way of communicating with each other either.
Okay.
So I think
So,
the logical step is to go back to town, right?
I had my team roll hit die, and while we travel back to Brayhaven with the greatest degree of expedience.
Okay, so you're
Was-
rolling hit die.
We did already.
Canonically,
Oh,
are
you
we
did.
is Alec just coming with us, or?
Yeah, he's hanging out. I'm still hoping he shows up, so he's
Okay.
just assuming he's there.
and we were in Pinella, right? And you guys were in Beach March, is that?
Yes. Yeah. Which are about equidistant away. So if you guys are heading back, you'll probably arrive around the same time.
Well, I'm trying to think what my character would do. I don't know if he would head back or we would go try to. We've done what we need to do here. We don't know what's going on with them. We might need to go help them.
Sure.
To meet up, because we never said, "Hey, meet
Yeah,
back."
you guys did not make a plan, unfortunately, before you left.
We did not say, "Let's meet back in Brayhaven once this is all done."
I mean, would it make sense though to go to Beach March without knowing? Like, number one, they could come to Pinella, right? And number two, they could go back to Brayhaven. Wouldn't it make more sense to go back to Brayhaven or to Brayhaven and see if they arrived there, and if not, then go to Beach March?
It's like when you
Yeah,
get
but-
separated from your parents at the mall, you just gotta stand still.
I mean, they're kind of weak. They could be hurt.
I didn't have to roll any hit die.
Do we still have that? Do we still have the head?
The what?
Ahead.
Yes, you do. No,
How long will it take? How long does it take for the head to get to a point where we cannot speak to it?
That was 10 days.
Cool.
No, because I think Nasha has to cast a spell on it to do that.
Yeah, but
Oh.
he has to cast a spell within 10 days, right?
Now within the day, I think.
Oh,
I
it's
do
a
not have
gentle
gentle-
repose.
I do not have gentle repose prepped. But you don't know that.
I mean, I don't even know if you have gentle repose as
I know, you don't even
someone who
know.
doesn't know anything about your stuff.
Alright,
But I am sure that there's someone in Brayhaven
Yeah,
that might. And my
what I was
question
thinking.
is there enough time to bring the head to Brayhaven to have that cast?
Yeah, I think it's gentle repose is 1 day, which as a I don't know Jedi wizard, you might know that.
Probably.
you
And
are.
also, I would probably know somebody in Brayhaven that could do such a thing.
alright,
Really?
I scooped the head up by the eye sockets like a bowling ball.
No.
Jesus.
No.
I mean, so long as you don't technically.
The eyeballs squish out of the brain.
Oh. Wait, we looted the child, right?
Yes.
You did not
There was-
get gravity boots.
There was nothing. We got nothing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I went to the grip. Okay. Well, yeah,
You guys You got a clue.
I'm going to vote that we go back.
Fine.
Victor goes.
I am the smart
"I'll
one
hang
now."
out with you guys. Let's go. All right, how about the other group? Are you heading back?
I think we should head back. Yeah.
We're already
Okay.
going.
I'm sorry, you're going.
I think we
did-
decided to just hop
Did
on it.
party get along roll hit dice or no? I can't remember if you guys all did or just some of you did.
I don't
I
think
did
we rolled
not.
hit dice. I believe that Victor healed the fuck out of us.
Okay. I mean, you
That's
guys
what-
have your character sheets, so do you have?
Yeah, I know that. Oh yeah, I did not roll hit dice, but I totally have a bunch of hit points, which means that
Okay,
someone
great.
healed me.
Perfect. All right, so you guys fly back to Brayhaven. We'll say based on triangles, maybe somewhere around like here, you see each other. Say it's very coincidental. You end up back in the same area. Do you want to continue to Brayhaven or do you want to meet up?
We push our dragons faster to win the race.
I
What do you
mean,
think's the comp?
I specifically want to go to Brayhaven to see if someone can help me
Okay.
speak with this decapitated head.
All right,
Also, are we
so
looking to try to like cure this disease or figure out more about it? I know that was what Victor was working on.
all right, so you guys continue back to the city, and we'll say that it's probably about morning by the time you get back, right? It was 4 or 5 hours there, 4 or 5 hours back, plus the time to loot and battle. So we'll say it's early morning. Can everyone roll a perception check?
Shit, I got really good perception.
Yeah, plus 11. Gee, wisdom characters.
Uh,
Okay, well, Ye's also a wisdom character, and he got a 9. So
No, I got a 1.
he got a 1. That's true.
Oh wait, no, because I rolled a 1d2. That's why I'm stupid.
I would have. Wow, yeah, you are on a fucking roll today.
Yup,
This is why I
I'm
added perception to my macros.
Norsing it up right here.
All right, so pretty much everyone notices that there is quite a bit of activity as you fly over the city. So you see what looks like a pretty big group of people outside of Town Hall. You see another large group of people outside of what you know to be like a temple. And then you see a lot of activity with like guards moving through the city.
Do I notice anyone of, I guess, important rank that I would have recognized from being in the White Spire?
I mean, you recognize like the council members, and you see that Archmage Zobel is there, but you don't notice anyone else of rank.
Okay. As soon as I get within, 30 or 60 feet.
Mhm.
I gotta figure out how much it is. Whatever. As soon as I get within the range. Oh, it's like as long as. It actually doesn't tell me the range on this. I assume I have to see them then. Whatever. I'm going to speak to the Archmage,
Okay.
telepathically and ask him what is going on.
Can he respond?
Yes.
Was his voice? He was a gnome, right?
Yes.
He was
We're
like
just-
a befuddled old man.
We're just addressing the concerns of the citizenry. There was an incident last night in the tower. How are you?
What was the incident?
A reaper broke in and killed several of the oracles, unfortunately. Some of them were saved, and Cadius drove the reaper away, so we're all good now. All the students are okay, so that's the important thing.
Funny you should mention Katie's. One of the hunters.
You can't hear this conversation. They're talking each other's minds.
Telepathic conversation.
I have
Expect
this feature
telepathy.
that I have this feature where I don't understand how telepathy works. Therefore, I just get to hear stuff.
I
So
guess
this
I am
feature-
going to relate this information to the party one by one, telepathically.
Are you guys like landing in town, or are you?
I
like,
mean,
just
I am
hovering?
as I am like relaying this, I am immediately bringing the dragon down to see what things I can do.
All right, so you see, we'll say that you just land your. I mean, you're not subtle at this point. You land your dragons like in the center of town in like a clearing, and you can see that the guard action that you saw was basically guards carrying like stretchers, and you see that there are a lot of like sick people at this point. So it looks like there was another wave.
I put on an extra mask.
Can I make a medicine check to see if there's any like changes for as far as like deeper progressed symptoms? Because the last time we just saw that they basically just had like some the Kenku just had coughs and things, right?
Yep.
25.
So you see that these are very similar symptoms. They don't look like they're progressive. These look like people who like new patients.
So are they dead or are they just?
No,
or-
they're just sick. Yeah. So I mean, they're not the Kenku, so they're regular citizens. So they're coughing, they're weak, difficulty breathing. So and they look like they're being carried out to the sick tent area.
Do any of them feverish or things like that?
Sure.
Okay, so then brings up my second question. If I have a cantrip, but it scales my level, can I cast it at its base initial level?
Sure.
I have frostbite. Basically, I'm trying to chip one of them down with frostbite without immediately killing them.
Okay. What is it? How much damage does it do at its base level?
Frostbite with its base level to 1d8.
All right, they would probably die. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
All right,
never mind.
that's fine. If you're just trying to treat their symptoms, I'll say that you can do that. So you can reduce their.
Oh no, it's a
fever.
1d6. Sorry.
Oh. I mean, they're level 0 NPCs.
Oh,
which
level
they have
0,
a
you
hit
say?
point. Yes, they are absolutely level 0.
All right. Then I don't really got anything.
Yeah, so you see that action happening. And you can see that there's a crowd outside the council. It's not, it doesn't look dangerous like a riot or anything like that. There's just, people are just concerned.
Can I ask
right?
an
Same
honest
thing
question?
You see, yeah.
Yeah, you're part cleric, and yet the only solution you have to try to lower somebody's fever, a very common symptom of illness, is a spell that would possibly kill them. You don't have any sort of medicine skills that you might be able to use.
I mean, it's not like I have an ice pack.
Push
Okay.
Nostrid out of the way. I tell
Good
them
point.
to murder the herds of sheep and use the bladders as ventilators to keep these people alive.
What did the sheep ever do to you? Fuck.
Yeah, that's aggressive.
That's so.
Well,
so
you need a lot of ventilators. Where are you going to get them from? Sheep bladders.
I feel like aren't they a city of wizards? Don't they have to spell fabricate?
Yo, if only Erkin was here.
They are diligently attending to the sick.
All right, we need to move this along. Let's
Let's just go.
I'm good. So you got some different actions going on. So, like I said, you got some people at the temple who are praying, people at
I'm
the
gonna go-
council,
I'm
and
gonna
then
go to
regular
the
city
temple
stuff.
first. I'm gonna head to the temple.
Okay. Is everyone going with him, or are you guys splitting up, doing some town shit?
I'm headed
I don't want to go to the temple. I want to go to the White Spire to find someone who can help me talk to this fucking head.
I also want to go to the White Spire for reasons.
I'm going
I'm
to
heading
carry
to the
the
sick
head.
tent for the Kenku.
I'm sorry,
I'm
what
in
was that?
charge of the head. This is mine.
Oh, okay. What was it, Crisp or Monday?
Went to the Kenku.
Okay. Alright, so we'll follow Ye first, since he decided first. So yeah, you head over, so you see that there is a, I wouldn't say it's like ornate, but it's well kept shrine to Paylor. And you can see that it's probably meant for, 50 to 60 people to normally pray at a time, and there's probably 3,000 people
Do I
Right,
know
everyone,
what kind of
all
god
these- I'm
Would
sorry, go ahead.
Noster know what kind of god Palor is?
You want to roll a
what
religion
his
check?
particular domain is? Alright, cool.
Doing these rolls, man. So you know with a 15 that Palor is a god of like life and healing, which would make sense that this is where these fair weather folk would turn to in this time of desperate strife.
I walk through the crowd, and I ask, "Be there any clergy of Palor here? I wish to lend my hand in alleviating the suffering of the masses."
So you see that there is it looks like a cleric in a robe up front, like leading the prayers.
I'm going to just stand aside and wait for him to finish his prayer circle.
Okay. All right. That may take a little bit, so let's
Okay.
jump over to
Talk to somebody else.
yeah. We'll do Rava and Norse and Ezekiel, I guess. First, Ezekiel for mysterious reasons that will screw me in the future.
While we're walking over to the White Spire, I want to ask Rava. Have you ever heard of in the White Spire a man named Rabiat?
In your head, I have.
Does he still teach?
He does not.
Do you know where what is he doing these days? Do you know?
He is currently an employee of Bellfire.
While this is going on, I keep trying to show Ezekiel my head.
Is that like a well-known thing, like to Will? Is that like a well-known thing, or is that
That what,
possibly- that Rabiat is working for Bellfire?
I would say that's probably
Probably.
fairly.
I would say like for the Wizards of the White Spire, probably.
Yeah, they would probably know for sure, and I mean, he's a pretty high-ranking member, so I'd say it's probably something that people know about.
Why did he turn to Bellfire?
He stole something of great importance from the White Spire. And after that, he fled. And then we learned he joined forces with Bellfire.
Okay. I'm good. That's all I want to know.
All right, Rava, did you have a particular destination or?
I guess I'm looking for anyone that I would recognize that would likely have the spell that will allow me to speak with this head.
Okay. So you head to some of the classrooms, and you know that there is any of the wizard professors would have. Actually, let me double check myself. I'm pretty sure. When wizards learn every spell. Yeah. So you know the wizard professor can cast that spell.
I start
Alright.
playing hacky sack with the head.
You break the jawbone, thereby making it.
There is no jawbone. It's gone.
Oh, ooh, Bennett. Ha 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 ha.
Do we need a jawbone for it to be able to talk?
It needs to have a mouth.
Didn't it talk without a mouth to begin with?
Sure did.
Maybe it works without a mouth.
Oh, I guess we're about to find out. So I guess when I walk up to the professor,
What's the professor's name? You work here.
Montgomery Crackers.
Professor Crackers. I like it.
Man, yeah, he's got to get all of my D&D characters into this world somehow.
No, I don't.
Now you get to do that voice again, Will. It's fine.
I know. I don't even remember what it was, so. Rava, what's going on?
It was more nasally.
Okay, fuck you.
I'm going to motion towards the head that is currently being hacky sacked
Really
by a
fucking
Neanderthal.
Why would you bring that here?
We need to speak with this.
I'm having a hard time understanding your voice modulator.
I'm trying to make it like echoey because it's like in
Yeah.
the
Is it
head.
just me? Is anyone else having a hard time understanding it, or?
It's
little
hard
bit.
to understand. I can understand it, and I definitely get the telepathic nature of it, though.
All right, let's try again. Maybe it's just me. Here.
Is this better?
Definitely. Oh, that's way better.
Turning the mix down. All right.
Great job.
We need to speak with this.
With that head?
Yes.
You should have fucking killed him then.
Good point.
I am
Leave the head on the
glaring.
body. It's easier to talk to.
I'm glaring at Crackers.
Is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
Although
I guess-
actually, Will, I did look into this. They actually cannot respond telepathically unless they know how to speak telepathically. So he's
Um,
probably speaking aloud to me, which is probably weird for people, unless he probably can speak telepathically since he's a
He-
wizard. But hey,
He probably can't, but that's okay. I guess in this world he's a wizard. In the real world he's a ranger. So
Oh.
my world he's a ranger, or Ye's world I should say. That's fine. So we'll say that he can speak telepathically as a wizard.
he doesn't have to. It's fine if he wants to have if they want to hear half the conversation.
You can't
Alright,
project the telepathic voice to all people in the room. Maybe those within earshot.
Yeah, I'd say if we want to homebrew that, that's fine. So we don't have to have I have individual conversations with everyone. So we'll say you have practiced so that you can speak telepathically to everyone at once.
Fair enough.
If you want that. I mean, unless you'd rather have individual conversations with everyone. We'll say you can turn it off and on.
Yeah. I feel like I would like the ability to choose, and in this
Yes.
case, probably better to have it so everyone can hear.
Okay, then he's responding out loud.
Cool.
So he sighs and pulls out his wand and taps the skull in the forehead. Look here's your stupid head.
I graciously thank him, and hopefully something happens to this head that makes me know that I can try to speak with it.
Yeah, what is the spell that lets him speak to the head, Yay?
Speak with dead.
Speak
Watch
with that.
wizards not have it.
That
Speak
would
with
be-
head.
We'd have to undo this whole thing.
I just
Yeah,
linked it into
they
Discord.
don't, but it's fine. Fuck it. They do now.
Maybe
It's a
there's a
bar-
scroll somewhere that the wizard has access to.
It's a bargain card.
Oh, I'm just
so-
really fucking great.
Do I need to stop playing my game with this thing?
All right, so the corpse can answer 5 questions. It only knows what it knew in life.
I place it on a desk or countertop nearby.
Oh my god, that's my favorite countertop. You guys are the fucking worst.
Hush.
Oh fuck.
Why
Can
would you
I
guys do this? And then you hear the head talk back. Because they. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna waste one of your questions.
I'm okay with it. It'd be hilarious. Yeah, wait, real talk. Can the head respond to Can it hear telepathic things? Can I speak to it telepathically?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to ruin your game because of a character choice that you made.
Well, I mean, because then realistically, it would be having Ezekiel ask the questions, which I feel like he has the charisma to be able to do such a thing. So
Sure, but I'm just not really sure what you want me to ask him.
I'm not really sure what I want to ask, to be honest.
I mean, this is a long trip to be not really sure what we want to ask somebody.
The first
A
question that I
long,
want to ask.
strange trip. Why did I do this?
Why were you in Vanilla?
So you do hear a response. So you see the we'll say like the top half of the jaw, like the muscles up here or whatever, start to move, like the mouth is moving, but obviously there's no bottom part. But you do hear a voice comes out. Lady Death said you would come, and she said you may be the ones to kill me. I could not turn that option up.
Who is Lady Death?
She is the harbinger of souls. This world knows her well.
Where can I find Lady Death?
It literally says the answers are cryptic, by the way, right in the spell description. So
It's fair enough.
she is wherever death is abound. Where those die, Lady Death is near.
She's in Skyfall.
Yo.
Oh no! This bitch is crazy.
So you gotta kill a bunch of people to get her to show up. Got it.
Or just wait for a bunch of people to die. That should happen
Is
every
she,
day now.
is she responsible for the sickness?
Ooh, good question. She is responsible for all sickness, as all sickness leads to death. There's some really good music for this. This is a great choice, Seth. Is that 3 or 4? It's 3, right?
That was 4.
That was 4.
As much
One
as I
left.
would like it to be 3. And
This
unless
is literally
some,
your job, Josh. You can do this.
in 5 questions though, I normally ask like
Yeah.
20 questions to get a
No,
single answer.
This is the pro version of your regular job. You only get 5
Ugh.
questions.
Give me the details of your entire plan.
This is
No.
cryptic, right?
No. He's winding up for a doozy. I can feel it. Smoke is gonna start coming out of his ears.
What are the odds that you can go to Yale, I think?
Okay, sure.
It needs to be phrased perfectly.
Actually, is Ezekiel doing anything else when he's here? Since we're on the White Spire. Or are you gonna hang out with this
No,
interaction?
I'm gonna hang out with this interaction.
Well, let's jump over to Kick Puncher then. So you were heading to the sick tents?
Yep.
Okay, so as you are heading out, you pass by like an apothecary, and you almost bump into Thade, who you know is the healer that's been running the sick tents. And he goes, oh, I don't remember what his voice was, old man, right? Oh, hello, Master Kick Puncher. How are you?
I'm doing great, but I'm a little busy right now.
Well, don't let me keep you then. He's got like a big arm of like, like medical supplies and herbs and stuff like that.
Is he like
like-
struggling to carry them?
No, he's moving at old man pace. You can just blow by him.
I mean,
A
yeah,
lozenge.
I only really care about.
I only care about Kenku.
the girl, so.
Alright, so you head over to the tent, and you actually come upon, right, you're in the area with how's her name? Oh, Dove Song. And you can see in the corner, Lute String and Raven Russell look like they're in the middle of like a heated argument. And as you come upon them, you hear Raven Russell go, "Bagok! We should take her out of this town as soon as we can. This town is doomed, and you know it." And then Lutestring goes, "Squawk! We have to stay here and support. Master Kickpuncher wouldn't want us to leave." Turning your people into a caricature of themselves.
It's very demeaning.
And you know this is not unheard of. Raven Russell's kind of a hothead, so you're not surprised that they're arguing about this. It's not, you've known them for a while, so.
I'm sorry, but all I can hear is, "I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me."
I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me! And then Lutestring turns towards you and he goes, "Squawk! I apologize, Master Kickpuncher. Don't mind us. Everything is great here." And you can see that Raven Russell just looks frustrated and he walks away.
Yeah, I just say like, I understand you guys are frustrated, but we're doing what we can for the town. How is Dovesong doing?
Squawk! No change. We're keeping her well tended. No, she's not getting worse. Squawk!
Well, that's good at least.
She's dead.
I mean, even if
That
she
would be
doesn't die,
typical.
she could end up with long-term COVID, and what's the point of a bird that can fly if she's just like stuck in bed,
She can't breathe.
feeling like she can't breathe all the time? So, yeah, I mean, that was honestly like I was just doing a wellness check.
Just checking in.
Like,
Okay. Alright, are you gonna stay here with her?
yeah, I mean, I'll help them with whatever. I assume that they're still helping.
Yeah, they're
around, and-
making
'cause
themselves
we're all
useful.
immune to disease, so I'll just
Yes.
stick around until someone calls on me.
Okay. Alright, we'll jump back over to Ye then. So we'll say that the cleric of Pelor has finished up the sermon. A couple people turned to leave, but most of them are still just staying and praying.
Okay.
Ye's
So
got
I'm-
something fucking weird planned.
I'm
He's
going
way
to-
too happy.
So I'm going to attempt to stop the people from departing immediately through the.
Okay.
I'm going to raise my staff through the sky, and I'm
We're
going.
gonna have a holy battle here.
No. So I'm
Oh.
going to. Use the druid craft to create a harmless sensory effect, which is I'm going to play that as a gust of chilling wind, hitting the
Okay.
people in the face as they're leaving, and I said
Okay.
about halt a moment, please. And just as a character thing, would you say that I have a decent understanding of germ theory?
Sure. I think you've rolled enough medicine checks that are high to agree to that.
So I'm
They all
going.
start attacking him.
So I'm going to attempt to hold a TED talk on how to make your own soap through the creation of lye and by burning hardwoods into a fine ash, and then boiling that ash and to create lye, and then using that lye with leftover animal fat they have from their livestock to create their own soap for and proper
Did you
hand washing.
Google how to make primitive soap yet?
It's possible.
I was just gonna say he
I'm
watched
fine
Fight
with
Club
that.
real quick.
I looked up primitive saponification
Okay.
because like all the instructions are like just buy this ready-made lye. I'm like, that doesn't help me at all.
Okay. All right. So I think what you're doing, right? So we've agreed that you have the knowledge for this TED Talk, but do you have the personality? Yay. That's where it's gonna matter. Can you give me a role?
Let's see. Can I do a performance roll?
Oh, sure. I'll take a performance. You're trying to capture the crowd's attention, right?
Can he use action surge?
You get a couple people interested with a 9. I'd say that the majority are still focused, right? They don't necessarily want to solve their own problems, right? They're hoping God will solve it for them.
And then
Not a statement about any particular
They
thing.
couldn't hear with all the wind.
can I do a follow up? But wait, there's more.
Sure.
And I follow that up with a talk regarding about how gods help those who help themselves, and follow up with a much shorter lecture on how to make your own face mask by trimming off an old sleeve and just dunking it over your head to cover your face like a gator.
All right, give me one more performance check. Yeah.
Don't suck. Yeah.
All right, so you get a decent amount, and you see, some people have turned away from the church or the temple to, start paying attention to you, and you have a pretty good crowd. So they're buying into your soap theory now that you've gotten their attention.
It's only a soap theory, by the way. We don't have the science to back it up.
I'm pretty sure these people have soap, by the way. Is a thing that is not I don't think it's a modern invention. So not that
Maybe-
modern.
I mean, maybe it's not available to everybody.
true.
Conveying
No,
the importance of using soap, and if you don't have soap, how to.
Yay,
cure
the
your
fact
soap.
that you want to teach them how to make soap means they don't have it, as far as I'm concerned. So
I mean, if they had proper hand washing technique, maybe it wouldn't be this bad.
that's true. And they definitely see some of them have cut their sleeves off and are like wrapping them around their face.
Yeah.
I'd say job well done. So we'll pop back over to Rava.
I mean,
All
it was
right,
either
what is
that or I
your
was
what is
gonna-
your bombshell? I'm sorry, you got one more thing. Eh? Or you
It
got
was
nothing?
either that, or I was just gonna have to Kona Cola non-social distancing.
Okay,
motherfuckers.
yeah, let's not do that. All right, Rava.
How can I destroy Lady Death?
Kill what does not live.
I
How do
said
you kill
destroy,
what
not
does
kill.
live?
Lady Death cannot be destroyed. She can only be postponed. And then the head dissolves.
Does it?
Yeah, I said so.
But are you sure?
Yeah, but like, what if it didn't though?
I think that was a solid interaction, by the way. Good idea. I appreciate that.
Anything for you.
Did you want the answer to the puzzle? You gotta cast at least a level 5 spell to get the answer to the puzzle. You didn't even cast a spell at all. Someone else cast it.
I mean, that's just optimal, like
Yeah.
efficiency. Right
Um,
there.
You guys hear the bells ringing, indicating a council meeting is about to join session. If you were interested in attending.
I wave
100%.
goodbye- I wave goodbye to my audience, and I gesticulate that I'm going to be over at the council meeting, and I pull up my undershirt from my out of my breastplate and just
Okay.
I head
I
to the
thought
meeting.
you had a thing.
You had a mask. Yay.
oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, you
Then
made masks already.
Then I pull my mask back over my face because we're
Alright.
going indoors.
Is anyone not going to the council meeting? I assume you all are.
Probably a good way to get some information about a Reaper attack.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Alright, so you guys head over and you can see that some of the crowd has started to disperse and you kind of like push through the crowd. But as you go, Nofstrid, a young woman, maybe like 19, falls to her knees, like clutching her arm, and she's like, "Sir, I've heard that you're a great healer. Please, you must save my son. He's just a little boy. Please heal him."
Where
Give him
is he?
frostbite.
He's with Master Thade in the sick tents. Please, you must. I have gold. Please, I'll pay you to heal him.
I do not require your gold. Show me where he is.
And I
So
follow.
she's gonna lead you over to the sick tents.
Sorry, I have an imminent cat fight brewing. 1 second. Okay, fine.
Anyone else lose Chris, Norse Chris?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he posted it. It's a trap, and then it disconnected.
Wait, you can't hear me?
Yeah.
We
No,
can
no,
hear you,
we
Jay.
can't see you.
Oh. I-
Well,
Give me 1
All of a
second, sir.
sudden, cannot see anyone else except myself.
Start a round of refreshing.
Hey,
still no Norse. Lol.
And that's I can't even see my. There we go.
You can't see yourself.
No, then I just saw the light on the camera flash. I can't see Seth.
I can't see you either.
Refresh yourself. I need to tell you.
There
I
we
know
go.
what to do.
Wait, can we see Chris now?
I can.
I can see him.
Refresh.
All right, yeah. So they, this woman leads you over to the tents, and she leads you over to it looks like maybe like a 3 or 4 year old boy lying in bed, coughing. Please, please. I can't wait to see. I mean, you've committed here that you're gonna save this guy, this kid. So
Can I? Okay, so to start with, all right, I have it. So to start with, I'm gonna do a medicine check on the kid because
Mhm,
can't really do
mhm,
anything without having a foundation. Dirty 20.
He's dying.
mhm.
Damn.
He's got the same symptoms as everyone else.
Okay.
He's gonna
So
be
I'm,
suffering worse because he's, you know, a young kid though.
so I'm going to attempt to bolster his. I'm going to use a level 2 slot. I'm going to attempt to bolster his personal fortitude with enhance ability. And I'm going to use Bear's Endurance, which he has advantage on Constitution checks. And he also gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell ends. But I don't know how consequential that is.
Okay.
And while he is buffed by enhance ability, I'm going to use another level 2 slot for lesser restoration.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to cure what disease is harming him. With it while his personal constitution is buffed.
Okay. It doesn't work.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I've made it very clear. I think like.
I wasn't around when Victor was doing that though.
Oh, okay, that's true. So yeah, you summon the power of Sylvanas, and when you do the what is it, the bear?
Yeah, Bear's Endurance.
Bear's endurance. You can see that he looks more stout, like he breathes easier, right? You've alleviated some of the symptoms,
Mhm.
but once the spell fades away, he looks the same. So you weren't able to solve the root cause.
All right. So
Please,
look like-
please.
does he look
Bring
like
out
he's
the
still
leeches.
deteriorating?
It looks like what?
He still looks like he's deteriorating?
He doesn't look like he's getting worse, so he looks bad.
So he looks sickly. He's having trouble breathing.
Yep. Again, you know, is a common symptom of what's
a common
happening here. So
Okay. Does he feel feverish at all?
yes.
I saunter over to him and kneel down by his face. Child, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
When did your sickness start? I have my mask on, by the way.
Oh, sir, it was just yesterday morning.
And
I was playing the stick and hoop with my friends, and I just felt so sick.
do we know when the Reaper attacked Brayhaven? Was it also yesterday morning or?
No, it was
Yesterday
last.
night.
All right, you guys don't know that at all, but
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Rava did tell you guys. So yeah, it was last night.
Last night. Okay. I'm trying to piece together a timeline here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Am I gonna die, Mister?
what?
My mom would be so sad.
What ails you now is beyond the reach of mortal magics.
I'm gonna die. Mom, help me. He said I'm gonna die.
Where are your friends? Have they fallen ill as well?
No, they're usually playing stick and hoop over by the school. Are you gonna save them and not me?
I need to make sure that the illness doesn't spread any further. If you are sick, then it's likely that they will fall ill as well. I think you do not appear to be deteriorating any worse anymore.
What's
than
deteriorating mean? I'm only 4 years old.
you speak very eloquently for a 4-year-old.
Thought he was 3.
It's my birthday today. What a terrible birthday. This is my second worst birthday ever.
Sure, kid, have a giant owl.
At the rate you're going, you might not have any more terrible birthdays. So.
Oh my god, Mom!
Minus
Is
1
that bedside
charisma.
manner?
Minus 1 charisma.
Oh no, you're playing it right, yeah. You're playing it like Nostrad played it. Listen, Victor waterboarded a guy, so you're still ahead of the game.
I mean, he has permission. So I turn back to the mother. There is not a lot I can do for him. I have tried to call upon the Oak Father, but I can only alleviate his symptoms for a short time. My friends and I, my companions, we seek to find the underlying cause. I have made a tea that has eased the symptoms of some of the other ill people earlier. Perhaps I can give you the recipe, and it seemed to work pretty well the last time. I'm reasonably confident we can at least make your son comfortable until my companions and I seek out the underlying cause of this illness. And I jot her down the recipe.
She just like falls over the bed like crying.
Can't read.
She has a 4 and is not literate.
Thade walks up and he goes, I'll take care of the girl. She just needs to have a sit down. That was very kind of you.
I nod.
Mostly kind. A little brusque. But
I look at Fade. What would you have had me do? Would you have had me lie to her?
sometimes all we have is hope, friend. All we have is hope.
I have a beacon of hope, but I do not see how it would help here. Beacon of Hope is a spell.
Okay, thank you. Oh, that's clever. I didn't get that. I'm just an old man. All right, he leads her away to go sit down.
So, I'm assuming the council session is probably progressing. So I'm going to wild shape into something that flies to make it back to the council chambers quicker than just going on foot.
Okay. Did everyone follow him, or did you guys go into the council?
I did not follow.
I
did not follow.
Okay. Can everyone in the
Okay.
council?
Oh, look who it
My
is.
alarm. I'm really sorry.
Yo, Victor's dead. You need to roll a new character.
Sick. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
No, but for real, you died.
You haven't really missed anything, to be fair.
Okay.
I mean, some RP stuff, but nothing of critical importance.
We sacrificed you to try to summon the Reaper, and it did not work. Probably because you weren't a real human, but you know.
All right, can everyone who's in the council chamber roll a perception? Rava.
I got
Actually,
it.
Victor will say you too. Welcome aboard. So you guys headed back to town, and you've done a couple things in a council chamber. Council was just called into session. Nofshard is off trying to heal a little boy, and Victor, you notice even though you came in as a group and you guys are arrayed next to the council table, that Ezekiel is nowhere to be seen. So we'll start with the council first. So you see that all 5 of the council members are up at their lectern, we'll call it. You do not notice Commander Cadius, though. He is nowhere to be seen. And Counselor, I just got their names here, sorry. Counselor Esteban goes, "Thank you everyone for coming. It was a very difficult night. Some of you may have heard a Reaper attacked our oracles and slew several of them. Thankfully, Commander Cadius and some of his men were able to drive the Reaper away. However, not before one of them was gravely injured. Archmage Zobel, do you have an update?" And the gnome gets up on the table and he goes, "Unfortunately, what the hell was his name, Seth?"
The ice guy?
Yeah, fuck, Glacier.
Glacier.
Unfortunately, Glacier was injured very badly. We've had our best clerics and druids trying to heal him, but no one has had any success. There's an issue healing him, but we'll continue to work on it.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts, but I don't want to probe deep enough to do a Wisdom saving throw. I just want to be able to tell where Glacier is since it's currently on his mind.
Okay. So you're probing Zobel's thoughts?
Yes. I'm not trying to go deep enough for the saving throw. I just want to get the base.
Yeah, so he's in the, you know that the White Spire has a medical facility, and that's where he is.
I'm going to immediately go there.
Okay. All right, so Rava walks out of the council chamber.
I want more specifics on the attack.
Unfortunately, we don't know much. Commander Cadius has had to leave town for a bit. He pushed himself too far. It's a personal matter for the commander, and it's not my place to say more, but he should be back shortly. He just had to find his balance again. Unfortunately, 2 of our best oracles were killed. It's going to severely limit how far we can see. We're pretty much just going to be able to cover the council chambers and the White Spire at this point.
Can I see the place where the attack was, where it happened, so I can make my own determinations?
Of course, you're welcome to come to the White Spire after the meeting. I'd be happy to show you around.
If the attack happened in the spire itself, where is safety in this town anymore?
And Esteban goes, I'm not sure there's anywhere safe. We're all at risk.
Who is protecting the remaining oracles?
Commander Cadius's men, but they're spread thin. So they're also protecting the council members and the city walls as well. I'm sure any help that you could give would be greatly appreciated.
What do
I
you
have
mean
no
that
problem.
Katie has pushed himself too far? What does that mean?
The commander is unique, and it's not really my place to say, but I'm sure if you spoke to him, he may be willing to share, but it's not my place to speak to it. I've known the commander for many years. He's very trustworthy and very brave, and this is something he has to deal with.
Okay.
And then Estevan, unless you guys have more questions for Zobel. No. All right. So Estevan goes. I believe as well. Professor Solaris had an update, and a halfling. I forget it was halfling. I forget what it was. Fuck it. Goes. Thank you, Councillor Estevan. As many of you are aware, my scholars have been interviewing the sick, and we have found some very, very shocking news. And they roll out some parchment, and you can see that it looks like they've been interviewing all of the people in the sick tents. And he goes, as you can see through this, the disease spreading is anything but organic. And he has like a chalkboard, and he puts the death totals or the sick totals. He said, every day that passes, the disease multiplies by 7 people, or 7 times the number of people. And he shows that, I'm sorry, 6 people. So he shows on day 1 there was 1 person, on day 2 there were 6 people, then 36, and then 216, and then 1296. Diseases do not work this way. You can sometimes see patterns, but these are much, much too exact. And then
do this like quarantined areas seem to contain it?
There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason people are being affected. We have people from all over the city. And then he continues to extrapolate out the numbers. This morning, we have not confirmed the numbers yet, but I would guess that we will have 7,776 people sick. At this rate, the entire city will be too sick to sustain itself by day 8. Man, math is fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shit gets eye control real quick.
Am I still, did I make it back to the chambers yet?
Sure, we'll say you're back.
And
I'm gonna poke a hole in his math.
I just sidle up to Ezekiel,
Not there.
and
He's not there. So.
oh fuck. All right, never mind. No, then I'm just gonna be very visibly distraught at the number projections for the number of sick, as I'm trying to extrapolate to how many people are currently in the world at the current growth rate.
Estevan goes, thank you, Professor Solaris. I know that you will continue to be diligent. And then she turns towards you guys. Heroes, were you able to discover anything? I'm glad to see that you have returned unharmed.
We were successful.
That's great news. Do you have a plan? How are we going to stop this?
I look at some of the more charismatic people in our group.
I told you I'm not there.
I also left.
Robbie's gone.
Shit.
I sidle up to Norris to address the council.
Sidling all over the place.
I feel like we have a more than sufficient cleric here, a real cleric.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say, man?
I mean, you are multi-class.
Hey,
Oh.
take a
In
seat.
in the town of Beechmarsh, we encountered a warrior of great with great power over death and the undead.
They're called
Before-
hunters.
I believe some have known to call them by colloquially as hunters. But upon dispatching our hunter, he did make a reference to Commander Cadius. Our suspicion is that this hunter or my suspicion is that this hunter is likely one of Cadius's former servicemen. What
sure.
do you,
Troopers.
or
Troops,
or
special
at the very
forces.
least had some kind of personal relationship with the commander. At this point, I believe we need it's in our interest to find Commander Cadius and secure his whereabouts and his person. We don't. There's too many things we don't know at this moment for all these variables to run around unchecked.
So Archmain Zobel jumps up at this and he goes, "The commander is a man of unparalleled heroism. I personally vouch for him, as does this entire council. As I said, he will be back shortly. But the commander
Define
has
shortly.
should be back before the end of the day. Promise you, the commander is a brave man."
Sure. And disappearing in the middle of all this is poor timing at best.
Are you guys gonna go out after him, or?
Do we even know, like, do we have any idea where he went?
No.
No.
You just heard that he left.
I think that your commander would understand if you told us at least roundabout where he went in the context of everything that's happening. Time is of the essence. We need to speak to him.
Personally, I have concerns regarding the speed to which people are getting sick. If the quarantine conditions were of any indication of given the difficulty of our entry into Brayhaven, I am concerned that if Commander Cadius left the confines of the town, that whatever ails this town is going to spread unchecked through the world.
The commander would not leave the city. I'm sure he's just outside the city somewhere. I do not know where he goes, though.
Can I make an insight on that?
Sure.
I'm sure he's telling the truth, but just in case some shady shit's going on, I don't know.
So with an 18, you don't think he's telling the whole truth.
Is now the time for half truths? Would you like to have everybody here die except for the lone robot, or can we like figure this out? We need to know where he is.
So he goes, I think if you actually would know. I just don't want you to think poorly of him. Said this is his cross to bear. But I know that he'll be back to visit Glacier shortly.
What time of day
If
is
you
it?
wanted to, it's like mid-morning. If you wanted to see him, that would be the best place to wait.
Thank you.
There was another hunter. A female that spoke of Lady Death. And knew that we would be coming for her.
That is not something that I've never heard of this. I mean, we've obviously heard of Lady Death as a colloquialism as far as, you know, a fairy tale, right? I mean, Death, the Reaper, but never an actual presence. Is this something that you believe truly exists?
Death exists. It happens. Happened to that
But
young lady. I took her
but
head.
a persona of death that walks seems a fairy tale, but I don't know what to believe these days.
Would a cursory look around the room, would I be able to find like, I don't know, anything worth 250 gold?
Are you gonna start robbing them?
No,
Oh.
I just spell
Yeah,
component that costs 250.
there's probably some stuff around like paintings and stuff like that that are worth that much. So
Mm.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's ornate, but it's not shabby either.
Would you allow that for spell component?
Sure.
Okay. I guess I'll find the least attractive but right on the marker 250, and I'm gonna ask him if I can sacrifice this for a spell, so we could possibly learn more about Lady Death.
I guess if you think it would help. I mean, I feel like the painting's not going to be very important shortly.
Fair enough. So it's legend lore. Name a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing that you named. Lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or secret lore that's never been widely known. If the thing that's named isn't of legendary importance, I gain no information. That's legend lore.
You know that like she said, that there are like stories, right, of something akin to a Grim Reaper, right? A person that ferries people from the world of the living to the world of the dead. But as far as everything you've ever heard, it's just a story, right? Nothing. You've never, or the spell doesn't give up anything about this being an actual person. At least nothing that. Yeah. So nothing that, I guess it brings to mind any significant lore. So there's no significant lore in this world of this person outside of the fairy tales.
Okay. Sorry, painting.
All right. Anything else before I jump over to Seth?
No. Did we hit a long rest before here?
No. You guys chose to, or they chose to come back without doing a long rest. So.
Okay.
Yeah, which we'll have to roll for exhaustion pretty soon. Past 24 hours here.
Curl up on the floor. And start
me.
falling asleep.
Monks don't need sleep.
That's
Ezekiel
true.
doesn't need sleep.
Okay, never mind. Fuck all you guys. So Esteban looks at you and she goes, "Do you have any plans for what to do next? We were hoping that you would come back with something more concrete to work on. I mean, obviously, the Professor Solaris and her team will continue to interview the patients and hope to glean something, and the Archmage will continue to take a magical approach. But what should we do next?"
Figure out how that Reaper attacked. And protect everybody.
I know the commander had planned to organize nightly patrols. Like the Archmage said, I'm sure he would appreciate whatever support you had to offer.
Where have you put the remaining oracles?
They will continue to be sequestered within the White Spire. That's all things withstanding, it's still one of the safest places in the city. And it is a magical focus for the work that they do.
They're not in the same place that they were attacked, are they?
Unfortunately, that room is the magical focus, so I want them to continue doing work. Don't worry, we fixed the window.
Oh,
So just a piece of plywood over the window.
Yeah, it's just a garbage bag.
I mean, if we think the Reaper will be back to finish the job, then we know where we need to be, right?
you know, weak points. I mean, there's what me, the player, knows versus what my character knows, and I want my character to determine what my player knows.
I gotta pee, and we'll jump over to Ezekiel.
Hmm.
Hey man, I'm running TED Talks with the local populace. You guys got to do the high brain stuff.
I'm on it. So is Kidius a lycanthrope or no?
God, I can only hope so. No, well, like if he is, well, even taking like, say hypothetically, he's like a werebear or something. He has all kinds of damage immunities, like bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Does he have control of it?
All right, so we'll jump over to Ezekiel. So Ezekiel, as you push through the crowd, you felt a hand dip into your pocket and came up with a note telling you to forget what I said. That the end draws near and slip away and follow me. So you are following a cloaked and hooded figure towards the white spire. And as you approach the base of the wall, you can see it look up, and then it disappears and reappears next to a window, and then disappears and reappears inside the building.
The cloaked figure does?
Yep.
Okay.
It's you from the future.
I guess I'm gonna follow. Do I recognize the handwriting on the note?
Oh, question. What the hell would you roll for penmanship recognition?
I don't know, investigation or something?
Look, I just watched Gone Girl again, and the lawyer heavily asked the guy not to admit that he is a handwriting expert because he's not. He shouldn't have admitted it looked like his wife's handwriting.
Yeah, you want to do an investigation?
Oh, I'm fucking great at investigation, so let's go. How about a nat 20?
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you think it looks very familiar, like someone is trying to copy your own handwriting.
Okay. Then I'm going to follow. Is there anybody around who saw any of this happen?
No, so everyone is basically from the White Spire. Almost everyone's over at the council chamber.
Okay.
Rava will be heading here in a few minutes, but you don't know that.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna follow.
All right, so you dimension door halfway up the tower, and then look in through the window, and you can see the cloaked figure walking down the hallway. So you dimension door inside the room through the window.
Mhm.
I'm assuming it works like that. Sure, sounds good. So you can see that you are, because you took a tour of the White Spire with Zobel, right?
Mhm.
So you recognize that you are on like the R&D floor, right, where you saw the man with the tentacle portal.
Mhm.
And the figure walks down the hall towards a large locked door that says "dangerous" over the door, and he pulls a key out of his pocket and opens it up.
I'm gonna try to call out to them, and be like, "Who are you? And why are we in the White Spire?"
So he ignores you. He pushes the door open, and inside is one of the like eldritch portals. Right, so the runes in the portal that you've seen a couple times now. And then he turns,
Okay.
and then he turns towards you, and you can see that he does look just like you, which you had a feeling when you saw the handwriting, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a facsimile of your face, right? It's not exact. The nose is a little bit larger, and you can see there's a large scar that runs like under his right eye. It looks like maybe an arrow just missed him. And then he waves his hand in one of the black portals that you saw in the other realm when you traveled back to the other plane. Appears under him, and he says to you, "When the end is here, call us and we will come." And then he drops through the black portal and it closes.
Is there any? There's nothing. The black portal closed underneath his feet.
Yeah, the one that he made closed. So there's still the ruined portal or whatever in the room.
Okay. Is the room portal activated?
So as you approach it, it activates.
Okay. So, being done this
A
half
couple
dozen
times
times
now.
before now, I'm gonna
Get
go
the
into the
sandals.
portal.
Mhm.
Not
Take
getting
the sandal.
Wait, I already took the sandals last time. Remember?
I know,
Yes.
I know.
And they
Yeah,
were
can I just
incredible.
confirm that you have the cowl, the gauntlet, the sandals, and the rod, right? I just want to make sure I didn't miss one.
I have the cowl, the gauntlet, the rod, the sandals.
That's it.
Necklace is not from that. Rope is not from that. Yeah,
There,
that's
brooch.
it. Yep. No, the
How
brooch.
many
I
pieces are left on the set?
The brooch,
couple
I
pieces.
remember we stole the brooch from the wizard in the volcano.
That's right. Blue elf amulet.
Yeah.
Right. So you've been through this a couple times. So you step through the portal, and you find yourself on a barren plain, right, with a small house.
Mhm.
And as you approach, you enter, and you can see there is a piece of paper on the table.
I want to read the piece of paper.
I went back to count, so I didn't have to put either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So.
It took me until just now to realize that these highly dwarven nationalists were using a blue elf amulet. Like,
Yeah,
Is it
right.
this one note on the table 4? Wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Note on the table 4.
It should be up on the page for everyone.
All right. By now you have discovered or possibly been led to the stream of time. Only those touched by its magic can see it, and even amongst those, few can interact with it from the outside. It would appear that the mistakes of yesterday can be erased, but time is not so easily swayed. Each choice is a decision that diverts and converts the stream of time in new and incomprehensible ways. These choices create what we are and what we will be. I would say to not fall prey to its machinations, but I stood where you have stood, and I felt what you have felt. Instead of warning to tread carefully, for in the final hour the world will spin in your palm.
All right, and then you see as you pick it up that there's actually another note underneath.
Oh.
And it just has four words on it.
Okay.
It just says the end draws near.
So remembering something that that Erkin was talking about when we were discussing these, I want to not touch anything for a little while, and I want to hang out here for a minute. Do I get any sense that this is like unstable until I before touching any of like the contents of what I assume is a skeleton in the corner?
So nothing seems to be falling apart as you stand here. That's the largest commitment that I'll make. If you're like, I want to live here forever, we might have to rediscuss that.
I'm gonna go out of the house and just start walking.
Okay. Any particular direction, or there's no landmarks from what you can see. It's literally flat and barren in every direction.
I want to just start walking away, just away from the portal in the house. But I want to maintain that I can keep the house within sight.
Let's say, okay.
Do I ever come across anything different other than barren plains as like the ground?
You never come across any. Nope, it looks identical in every direction. It looks like someone took a giant paintbrush and just painted the earth brown and flat, basically.
I'm gonna do something potentially really fucking stupid.
Okay, I can't wait this.
I want a dimension door at its limit in a direction away from the house.
Hold on, I gotta check something real quick.
The world is only 495 feet by 495 feet.
You run into a barrier and hit your head.
You become merged with Skyfall.
So I'm trying to remember. Where did you get I'm trying to remember where you got Dimension Door from. You got it from the
God.
gift from your god, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so you Dimension Door as far as you can, right? Which is usually what, 500 feet?
Yep.
So, but you don't travel 500 feet. You travel about 10 times that far. So about a mile you travel with the same power expenditure that you would normally use to travel 500 feet.
Okay. And is there anything different at all?
No. I mean, outside of the incredible power of the spell, there's nothing different. Start working through your scientific method. I cast a cantrip. I cast a first level spell. I cast a second level spell.
Close. He does it in the opposite order. I cast
Okay,
a
I'm
ninth
sorry.
level spell.
Yeah. I cast wish. I wish for another house.
Yo, using wish in this plane.
Ooh, super powerful.
All right. Seeing as how my magic seems to be amplified, I want to cast Fireball. Just
Oh, baby.
far enough away from me that I don't think it's gonna hit me, but just like at the ground somewhere to basically try to create like scorched earth, so I can make a marker of some sort.
Okay. And that's a sorcerer spell, right?
Yep.
Okay. Say you throw a
But then-
fireball.
and specifically, I want to do it back towards the direction that I came from.
Okay, so towards the house.
Yep.
Okay, so you cast fireball. It goes about 700 feet away, right? Like you really launch this fireball and creates a about a 200-foot diameter fireball circle.
Okay. Is it?
Nuclear explosion.
Yeah. Is it like? Is it scorched earth, or does it just kind of disintegrate and disappear?
Oh no, it scorches the earth. I mean,
Okay.
you can affect this place.
Okay. Then I want to dimension door again away.
You're gonna keep going away from the house.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make you do a check to get back. You are lost in this plane forever. All right, you travel another mile away.
Okay.
You can no longer see the house.
Okay. Is there any? Can I see anything
That's
in any
not
direction?
Nothing. No.
I want to do the same thing and cast another fireball.
Okay. Back towards the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so same thing. You throw it about 700 feet back and create a 200-foot seared circle of fireball.
Okay. I want to one more time dimension doorway.
Okay.
Anything different?
Yep.
Okay.
Still the same. All right.
All right. So that being said, I'm gonna just start making my way back towards where I came from, just turning 180 degrees and dimension door back, looking
Okay.
for
Yeah,
the
straight back to where you
fireball
came.
that I came until I
Okay.
can see the house again.
All right. Yeah, using your landmarks that you created, you easily make your way back to the house.
Okay.
And wouldn't it be cool to fight someone here? You could do 80 d6 fireball damage.
I just want to see what happens. I want to cast reverse gravity.
Okay.
I just want to see what happens when I cast reverse gravity, like over,
What are you casting on?
just in an area away from the house.
I'd say I'm trying to say, can you like see anything? We'll say like all the sand starts to fly away, but like hundreds of feet up in the air. So it looks like you've made kind of like a sandstorm almost.
Sandstorm, you say?
Yeah. think it's you.
and just for the sake of doing it, I want to cast haste on myself.
Okay.
You can actually run faster than you can dimension door now.
Your heart explodes because.
I basically just want to. I'm just trying to like test the limits of this place. Just trying
Yeah.
to get more information about it.
What's your speed?
My base speed is
Yeah.
30.
All right, hold on.
And then haste makes so I can double it, plus dashing, which means I triple it.
Hold on.
You're gonna run so fast, you're just gonna start like clipping through the floor.
All right. So with your regular movement, you can now move 30,720 feet
Oh my god.
in
Was
6
it Fallout,
seconds.
was it Fallout
Butcher is
4's
correct.
engine that was based off of player movement speed?
Well, then I want to do that. I want
You
to.
turn into the Flash, like basically.
I assume that with how fast I'm moving, I'm leaving a trail behind me.
Oh yeah.
Then
Yeah, you have like
I'm-
a wave of sand.
I'm just gonna take like 60 seconds and just go in one direction. Because this is obviously way faster than Dimension.
Yeah, who can figure out the math? Yeah, how fast is that in miles per hour?
10 miles an hour?
No.
30,720 feet in 6 seconds. So that would be
Like 5,000 feet per turn.
no. So it's 60 miles per hour.
Does his body just like disintegrate or something?
No, that's not.
That's
that's
60
not
miles per hour.
That's not 60 miles an hour.
No?
It's way faster than that.
Hold on.
It's
I did that
10,
math.
10 miles per 6 seconds.
Wait,
So,
So 100?
right? So like 30,000 feet per 6 seconds. We'll round.
I need someone smarter than me to do the math here.
I don't want to do the math. I'm too
Yeah,
tired.
it's really fucking fast. I'm
You
just
know what, there's-
wondering with how specific he's being if there is something that I can find. I just
Wha-
gotta
what's-
get there.
Hold on, what's the number of feet per second? I have
30,720
Well, 30,720 feet per 6 seconds.
feet per 6 seconds. Yeah.
Hold on. 3720.
That's like a mile per second, basically, almost.
Divided by 6.
5,000. It's a mile and a half per second. I'd say it's like 90 miles an hour, right? Or no, that's 90 miles a minute.
Oh, no. So
it's
I think it's 30.
3,400
I was gonna say 3,600 miles per hour.
So,
Does he need new shoes now?
No, he's got magic sandals.
Oh fuck.
yeah, 5,120 feet per second is about 3,500 miles per hour, which speed of sound is what?
That's what I'm looking at. His 30
Yeah,
is
but-
343 meters per second.
Does he need new
It's
Two
seven
boxers
hundred-
from
it's
shitting
767 miles per hour.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
so
actually,
it's-
I'm moving
it's-
faster than the
it's-
speed of sound.
So
It's
you're
really
at,
fucking
like,
fast. We got it. So
Mach
you
5. Yeah, you're going just under Mach 5.
all right, so you're leaving a trail. I'm gonna say you're just gonna try to just run, right? So
Mhm.
you run and run and run and run and run. How much time are you willing to dedicate to this?
How long does haste last for? A minute? Say about 30 seconds, just going.
I mean, the good thing is you don't need to breathe because you can't.
Hold on, I gotta make sure I don't mess this up.
Oh, is there air resistance in this planar dimension you're in?
I don't know.
If he opens his mouth, do his lungs explode?
Probably.
Nope.
You just have to like
Alright.
you have to run like this.
Trachea just collapses from just the compressive force of like the air in front of him.
Just the next guy comes out like, why is there just intestines strewn out for like a mile? Oh god.
So you sorry, so you run and run and run, right? And you're moving pretty fast. So we'll say that you can probably circumnavigate the globe at the speed you're going, based on how many miles per hour you can move. So you find something, and you're not 100% sure because there's really no way for you to calculate it, but you believe it to be exactly opposite where the house is, and you find a small black pebble that emits black smoke.
Okay. I did not expect to find anything at all. I want to. Does it? So I know this place is like brimming with magic. You said, but does
Yeah.
this? Do I feel anything different coming from this than the rest of the ambiance here?
Why don't you roll some kind of check?
Arcana.
Sure.
Or, yeah. I guess Arcana is just not quite that, but
It's fine. Close enough for what we're trying to do.
okay. Yeah, that's not happening. Fuck. I tied to cast to get that 14 to get that 15, by the way.
So the 15, we'll say this is beyond what you'd get. It doesn't. You're not getting anything specific, and part of the reason that there's just there's so much background noise here, right, compared to
On it.
what you're used to. Yeah, it's hard to pick this out.
Okay. I want to pick it up.
All right, so you go to reach down and pick it up, and your hand stops about a foot away.
Like, as in, I physically can't move my hand closer?
Yeah, you
or-
physically can't move your hand closer. It's like you hit an invisible barrier.
Okay. Like if is it like a magnetism type thing where if I try to push closer, like I can get a little bit closer and it bounces me away, or is it
No,
like a hard
you are
stop?
literally, yeah, you're hard stopped right there.
Okay.
It feels like there's like a steel wall between you and it.
Okay. Can I start trying to dig around where I can feel this wall?
Sure.
And I want to just dig with my hands through the dirt and like
Yep. So
see if it goes underneath and go around it.
yep. So you can dig down about a foot around it, and you basically exposed it, and it looks like it's floating now. Above about like a foot of sand.
So
How
unrelated,
big is this? Go ahead.
Apparently, when you skydive, you move fast enough that oxygen permeates through your skin. So if you're running at like Mach 4.7, you might actually not need to breathe at all.
Good to know.
Hey, you say how big this was?
How big is like I want to like feel around it, like touch all sides of it and see like how big does it feel like
Yeah,
this sphere is?
it's about a foot in diameter.
Okay, so can I just pick up the whole thing, including this like force field?
You can't move it.
Okay. I want to back up and
Go through the spell book. Super powerful spells.
and I want to cast magic missile on it.
Okay. You hold your hand up, and these giant waves of magic energy come off of your hand and slam into this, and it has no effect.
What about mage hand? Can I?
Can't pick it up. A giant mage hand comes out. It's whatever that other mage hand is, which is broken, by the way. The spell's fucking
Natasha's
broken,
mage
so.
hand.
No, the giant
Oh.
mage hand that can hold people.
Yeah.
It's broken as fuck.
So I have a book about these portals.
Mhm.
Can I want to take it out and consult the book that I have, and I want to know how many of the portals that I've been through, which I think now is 5, and how many portals the book says are known to exist.
So the book says that there are 8 portals.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I take that back. The book says there are 6 portals. Sorry, I take that back.
So this would be the last one.
No, this is the 5th one.
Oh,
There's
the
one
fifth
more.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to look to see where the last one is?
I thought, if I remember correctly, they didn't say the locations of them, just their like
Oh, that's
general
right.
descriptions and just tales
Yeah,
of them
yeah,
being
you're
like,
right.
found
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over the world.
It's been a while since we consulted this book.
Mm-hmm. I want to polymorph myself into a giant ape and try to move it. Which means at this point, I assume
So-
that means I'm like fucking King Kong.
You are king goddamn fucking Kong. You scoop up all of this earth and try to lift it up, and even your enormous King Kong sized fucking hands can't pull it off the ground.
I imagine this being like a montage of just like it flashes to that, and then just
Yeah,
Ezekiel
like you
sitting
would
in
like
the
a
dirt,
million different things.
sitting
Yeah.
in the dirt, just like drawing in the sand, trying to think of something else to do.
Oh man, cast haste on yourself and then do just like a million push-ups. You'll be fucking ripped.
This is like the fucking hyperbolic time chamber over here.
Yeah, just fucking come back all swole as fuck. Like, by the way, I stand too. Let's go.
What if I put my arms around it and try to dimension door?
You dimension door without it.
Motherfucker.
You dimension door, but leave your arms still around.
Give yourself a cut under your eye. Oh my god.
Yo, can you move the portal? Bring the portal to this thing.
Alright, I'm gonna do something really dumb. What if I cast Disguise Self and make myself look like Alter Ezekiel? And then
No, that doesn't do anything. That's
Yeah.
a very excellent idea.
Yeah, I'm out of ideas. I'm gonna just keep this in the back of my mind and
Put it on the to-do list.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, Ezekiel gets +7 to his next ability check.
No. Are you gonna
Flash of genius from Skyfall.
Are you gonna haste run back?
Yeah, I'm gonna haste run back to the shack.
All right. So I'm assuming you're just gonna continue to go around, right? You're not gonna go back the way you came, or are you gonna go back the way you came?
I was planning on
I'm
going
not sure
back
if you're
the way
still
I
looking
came.
for stuff. Well, I'm just not sure if you're still looking for stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know.
it doesn't matter. There's nothing else, so don't
Okay.
worry about it. It's not a choice.
He
that
was
matters.
like, I wasn't looking for stuff, but now that you mentioned that I could be
Alright,
looking for stuff.
You fly back at the speed of a space shuttle, back to the house.
Okay. And I want to, I guess, look at what is left on the body of in the shack.
All right. So there is standby.
Red leader standing by.
I made a quick change based on your current gear, by the way.
Okay.
So there is a diadem, which is that thing from Harry Potter.
There's a lot of things from
there-
Harry Potter.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. There's robes still.
He's like,
I
I
take it
can't
back,
take
sorry.
shit from Harry Potter.
Robes, a brooch, a ring, and a wand.
Man, I feel like
You
I
got
already have
two
two
hands.
sets of robes, so
You could just wear them on top of each other for all I care.
It works, trust me.
Okay, there's no
Alright,
attunement level.
So is there a diadem or no?
There's no diadem
Okay.
now.
So there's robes.
He saw that picture that Ye
I was
posted,
gonna
and he was
change-
like, yo.
I was gonna change the robes out, but I kind of like the robes, so
Okay.
leave it.
Robes, ring, wand, and brooch.
Brooch. Yep.
I'm gonna. Alright, I'm gonna try with haste applied to take 2 items. I want to take the ring and the brooch, which I'm guessing doesn't.
At exactly the same time, my hands.
Right.
All right, you grab both things
Oh.
in the
Wait, is that a thing that actually happens?
yeah,
And then you
and then
disintegrate.
and then you die. Nope. Then everything starts to dissolve around you.
And then you die.
You know, I guess you never know until you ask. So.
Joke's on you, one of those was cubic zirconium.
Magic cubic zirconium, because that's really all that matters.
No.
And yeah, as everything's disintegrating around me, just kind of slowly walk out and take a look around as everything is like starting to crumble, and then walk through the portal again.
Okay. You're not hasting through it.
No,
As
because
in, have you destroyed the White Spire?
No.
Sure you don't want to see what's happening to the Black Pebble while everything's.
Oh fuck, dude.
Dude, cast something that only lasts like a minute on yourself before you leave. It'll last for like a year. It'd be great.
I really wanted you to haste back through the portal because I was gonna have you like flash sound wave destroy the room that you were in.
No, it's gonna be one
Yeah, I
of those
mean, you
kind of
could-
things where he like walks like halfway through with like his upper body and like head still out, and then like turn around, look behind, and then slip through as everything falls apart.
All right. All right. So you exit back out as the this world dissolves into a hazy mist. So I'm sorry. What did you grab? You grabbed the ring, and what was the other thing you grabbed?
The brooch. The two pieces of
Brooch.
jewelry.
All right. So the gem has 2 charges that replenish each day. So you can spend a charge when you cast an evocation or conjuration spell to change the damage type. So basically, it's that meta magic that Ye was talking about earlier, except you can do it.
Cool.
And then the ring, you can spend any number of sorcery points using an action to recover 2d6 health per sorcery point.
Dear Lord, why didn't I take that sooner? Holy shit. Okay. Do you have descriptions so that you can, or?
Yeah, the robe is pretty awesome, so that's okay.
I already have a pretty great robe, and I feel like just stacking robes, some robes, is like, it's a lot.
It's just fun. I know, but it's fun.
Yeah.
How many cloaks can you wear at once?
I mean, currently I have 3.
At least 2.
I have 3 on currently. So I have the Bitchin' Cloak that I don't remember where I got, but it's in my inventory as the Bitchin' Cloak.
In the same place that Erkin got his power armor.
Oh, that's right.
Look, man, you spend a bunch of time inside of like a literal like ice cube. Like, I think more cloaks is probably better because you don't know when.
Ooh.
Dress
So
for the weather.
replace
just
diadem
saying.
with ring.
Okay.
Ezekiel's motto is you can never have enough cloaks.
So before, I don't know what else was going on next, but I want to head to. It's like the White Spire basically empty right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Except for Rava.
I want to head to the library.
Okay. So you head up 2 flights of stairs, and you enter an enormous library. It actually seems like it may be like extra dimensional. Like the room seems larger than the White Spire could possibly support.
Okay.
It has some fucking wizard shit, man.
And you find
so
more
is there-
Wizard
there.
flavor, you make things too big.
Is there anybody in here right now?
So there's no one in here currently, no.
Okay. I want to go
Start
and
filling your
find
pockets.
every book that I can find about creating a simulacrum, and
Oh my god. Okay.
putting it in. I'm not going to sit here and read them, but I want to basically collect as many books as I can find about creating a simulacrum. And
Okay.
put
mean,
them
that's
in my
a-
bag.
So that's a restricted topic. So you managed to find an area with some, it's got like a minor spell to keep like students from grabbing them.
Mhm.
But obviously for someone of your caliber, you walk right through, and you probably grab 5 or 6 books, right, of various treatises on the topic. So some historical and some educational.
Okay.
So
All
none of them teach you how to make a simulacrum because that is like a forbidden magic. It's necromantic.
So,
You gotta find the secret scroll for the forbidden jutsus.
then wear it on my back.
Yep. It's a big scroll.
Okay, and then, yeah, then I think I'm done. I'm gonna take that and start leaving.
You hear a bell ringing for the council chamber or the council letting out.
I'm gonna just try to dimension door outside and head back towards the crowd, as if I wasn't ever here.
All right, let's jump over to Rava. So Rava, you hear a weird whip noise from above you, but you can't see anything as you head into the White Spire. You know that the medical area is on like the 2nd floor.
I'm going to the medical area.
All right, so you find Glacier and it looks like one of the clerics and druids that work in the city, and then a couple of like nursing attendants. So this part of the White Spire is not emptied out because obviously there's a couple other people here, right, with minor maladies and things like that. You know, it's a wizarding school, so some, you know, curses and jinxes and stuff that went sideways. But you can see, what was that?
Polyjuice potion accidents.
Polyjuice potion. You know, you mix the cat in or whatever the fuck happened. So you see that Glacier's an area in the corner. He's laying on his like stomach, and you can see that his back is still covered with like a thick layer of ice, which you know is his magical ability. But you can see even through the ice 4 large puncture wounds that look like through and through, is like all the way through. And you can see the cleric and the druid are conversing.
Can I make out what they're conversing about?
Just I guess they're just talking about strategy for how to heal him. So you know, as a member of the White Spire, right, and a member of this team, that some of these team members with some of these more extraordinary abilities sometimes have a hard time healing. So, and you don't know all the details because it wasn't your thing. But you do know that this is something that happened before, right? Something about their ability makes it hard for them to be healed. You need an exceptionally powerful healer.
You know, I wonder, we might just have a couple of people that could combine their strengths to.
Actually.
They couldn't combine their strengths after a long rest and they turn level 18, maybe?
Victor walks in with a pitcher of water and a towel.
Oh no! All right, fair enough. So I'm gonna approach the healers, and I'm going to ask them whether Glacier is conscious.
No, Master Rava, he is not. We have given him medicine. I do not believe that he is in pain, but he has not woken up since the attack. If not for his latent ability, I believe that he would be dead already. The ice is sealing his blood in.
Am I able to tell just, I guess, how deeply unconscious he is?
Is there levels of being unconscious? I thought you were either like in or out.
I mean, basically, I'm trying to determine whether I think that if I were to probe his mind, I might be able to get anything in there.
Oh, right now I'd say he's probably too out of it for that. Say like coma level.
I mean, there are theories that people in comas, have dreams.
Okay, do you want to probe his mind?
I would like to, yes.
Right, he's dreaming of an ice skating rink.
Woohoo! And I'm assuming if I were to attempt to go deeper, I probably wouldn't get anything relevant. What he remembers.
Oh, you might. Do you want to hear surface thoughts? I mean, he's always gonna get upset at you. He's in a fucking coma. So.
Well, so he's supposed to do a wisdom saving throw, but if he's in a coma,
I don't think he can. Yeah. All right, so you probe deeper into his mind, and you actually, when you get by the superficial layer, right, memories and stuff like that, you actually, yes, excuse me. So you actually see his vision of what happened that night, right? You see him standing and guarding the oracles. You see the Reaper come through the window, right? And it's like watching someone's dream, right? So it's like bits and pieces and doesn't always make perfect sense. And you can see that he rushes forward and grabs 2 of the oracles and turns to run and shields them, and then that's where it fades out.
Am I able to get a decent enough picture of this Reaper?
Yeah, I'll say you could, you probably couldn't. Yeah, I'll say you probably could pick him out of a crowd, right? You get a good enough view of what he looked like because he was obviously the attention of what was happening. So,
what are the odds that this, I guess, figure looks familiar to me in any way, shape, or form?
0. And you would probably recognize him. There's not that many elves around anymore. right? And you're half elf or you're elf, right? Oh, you're an elf, right?
Mhm.
Or half elf.
Elf.
Are you a halfie? Elf, yeah. So
Not a halfie.
you would definitely know another elf because they're few and far between in this day and age. So.
Happy sounds like a racial slur. Thank you very much.
It is, yes. I said it. I said what I meant.
I would say to the halflings though, not to the elves. I'm just saying, fucking halfies.
Well, what the other half is that matters.
Half elf, half dragonborn.
All right. And I'm assuming I know the 2 oracles that he saved, right?
Yeah. You didn't have too much to do with them because they kept themselves pretty sequestered. On their tasks or whatever. But yeah, you know of them.
I'm gonna ask the healers if where the oracles, the surviving oracles are.
I believe they're in the council meeting, Master Rava. That doesn't make any sense. Because they would be on watch. So I believe one is sleeping, and the other is in the oracle chamber.
Do I know where the one would be sleeping?
I mean, you know where the dormitories are.
I guess
they-
would they be in the regular dormitories or would they be in their own? And if they are in their own, would I know where theirs would be?
I'm not sure I don't think you would know specifically where this. I mean, you weren't like friends with them or like you knew them in passing or whatever. So I'm sure if you know where people at the White Spire sleep. So if you wanted to spend some time looking around, you could probably find them. So it's not uncommon. Yeah, I mean, there's some people in the White Spire that work night shift, so there's some people sleeping right now.
I mean, I'd like to do that. I'd like to find the one that's sleeping.
All right, so we'll say that you are going to start looking around, and we'll throw it back to the party. So the council chamber let out. What were you guys planning to do?
I still wanted to go see where this attack happened. They were gonna walk me through that,
Okay.
so I could.
Yeah, I'm good to go there. I'd like to see that as well.
All right, we're on our way. And he starts chattering all about the White Spire and how great all his students are and the classes and things like that as he leads you up there.
Hunter just uses his grappling hook to go up to the balcony and smash through the window they just fixed. Prove a point that
You
it's
smash
not-
through the garbage bag. These are very critical. What do you want them to do? These are very hypercritical of these people.
I mean, I don't know. If something came through a window, maybe not use it anymore.
This is the room they have to use. It's the focusing power. So that's why the White Spire exists.
Sacrifice oracles to the gods, make it permanent.
All right, he leads you up the magical elevator to the room with the oracles. So you can see that there is a guard, one of Cadis's guards, standing along the side. And you do see that they've replaced the windows with like iron bars. And then you see a single oracle sitting in the center of the room in like a trance. You know that he is monitoring for magical intrusion.
A massive downgrade.
I look at Zobel and I'm like, you mentioned windows. How did they come?
Wait, what do you mean? How did they come? Like through the
You
windows?
said things were smashed. The window, we cleaned up the glass from the smashed windows.
Yeah, so you can see that one of the windows is gone, so just the bars that
bars.
remain. Yeah. Yeah, yes, it looks like he came right here through this window. There was glass everywhere in this room, but we cleaned it up. And we replaced it with these iron bars.
How did the 2 oracles die?
Arrow wounds. Unfortunately, they were dead before help could arrive.
Okay.
There's
So
dramatic ass music too.
It seems like this random 3-hour-long thing just kind of happens
It's
to
like
have
perfect,
music
yeah.
for every moment.
I appreciate the bars that you put here. I need to change that and not leave an opening for arrows to come through.
Oh, that's such a great idea. We'll put our best masons on it.
I mean,
Just cast a spell. What?
Oh, I forgot I'm a wizard. And he waves his hands, and like 8-inch steel plates cover each window.
There we go. Yeah.
Much better.
I forgot I'm a wizard.
How many guards were guarding the room last time?
Just one, unfortunately.
That was Glacier with the special abilities, and we still have one. Does this one have special abilities?
He just looks at you. He is very formidable.
Come out and
Most
nod
of
to him.
most of the guards are patrolling the wall. We have other people to protect. We have other people to protect besides just the oracles, unfortunately. It
What
wouldn't
is
be fair to the
formidable
people if
translate?
we just protected ourselves.
I sit down, lean myself up against the wall, look at the guard and tell him I'm taking a nap, maybe a long rest. Wake me up when you need me.
Yeah,
Wow. I'll also sit down
salutes.
and meditate next to Norse. Because yeah, this is a good plan.
I have no ideas. I'm gonna empty out my two remaining fuzzballs, and
Of course.
also going to take a nap in the corner.
Giant elks. Giant.
Yeah, do you murder everyone in this room?
2 and a 1, so that is a giant rat and a mushroom.
Oh, the
Fucking
mushrooms. We have
moocher.
not seen them in so long.
I forgot about the mushrooms.
Ezekiel, did you try to blend back into this group, or do
Yes,
you
that
think
was
you made
my.
it?
I was gonna ask, but I didn't want
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
wanted
right, so we'll
to
say, did
try to
anyone?
blend back in and.
Yeah, you guys noticed that Ezekiel is standing at the back of the room. So some of you did notice his absence. I forget which ones.
I think
I think it was like
I think Victor did actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a 19 didn't get it.
Oh, you had a 19? You're not
Yeah.
here
I
though.
had-
So it doesn't
I know
matter.
I'm not there, but I would have noticed his absence, right?
Yeah, you did notice his absence. Sorry.
I kind of just like want to do that thing from The Office where Dwight sees Angela and just fuck.
I love it.
He looks at him like, "What?"
Where have you been, Ezekiel?
I had some errands to run.
Where have you been? Where'd you get that dope ring?
Just say, Victor, can you roll a perception check?
Yeah.
Or I guess everyone.
Maybe. Cooperate, fucker.
It's gonna be a pretty high check to see. I mean, neither of these are. Yeah, Nors, you notice that he has a new brooch that you haven't seen before. The 23. It's a pretty good check.
22 doesn't get me anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll say that you noticed it as well. I didn't see your roll. I'm sorry.
Cool.
Before I close my eyes, I nod and go, nice swag.
Wag.
I got a loaner from the White Spire.
Sweet. Good night.
Too
I'm
tired to
sorry.
care.
Victor, are you doing anything specific?
Maybe. If anybody else has anything to do, I'm just reading over a spell.
Ezekiel, are you doing anything else here?
Yeah, I'm gonna start because with my warlock trait, I don't need to sleep. So while we're all kind of just waiting for something to happen here, I am going to read over the books that I have.
Okay. We'll have something for you next time.
Yeah,
Perfectly
that's why I didn't want to
Yeah.
ask them specifically.
All right, Rava. So you've been walking around the dormitories, knocking on doors, and you finally find the one with the oracle.
Oh, good. I woke him up. Great.
Yeah. Oh, and these are the bad oracles. He's like, oh, what the hell?
The
Gotta work
Legion
night
Oracle.
shift tonight.
That was me. Oh, that's me.
Um,
You got anything to smoke?
I need to know what happened last night.
A Reaper attacked us.
I need to know everything. Start from the
Listen.
beginning.
All of
Listen to session 45. All right, I'm gonna say he tells you the story of what happened.
Did you detect any magical presence before this attack?
Ooh, here's the tricky part. This idiot did not. The ones that did died. So he detected. So I take that back. Yeah, we detected a very strong magical presence right before the Reaper burst in through the room. So you remember that there was a. So you Ravada, but Josh remembers that there was a. Two of the oracles felt a minuscule magical presence that was quickly hidden, or not minuscule, subtle. And then once it was detected, that's when the Reaper attacked. But this gentleman was not that guy.
So wait, he didn't feel any presence.
So
So he doesn't.
he detected the Reaper's presence because the Reaper was not. He didn't detect that subtle presence though. The two oracles that died did.
What was the origin of the presence?
I mean, it was the Reaper. He burst in, flew right over the wall and in through the window. He's got giant bat wings. He wasn't trying to hide it.
But yet you didn't detect anything until he first came over the wall.
No, I didn't detect anything. James and Ken were going on about something, but I didn't feel anything.
What did they say exactly?
They seemed to thought they sensed something, but I mean, me and Petey, we didn't feel anything. I'll tell you though that if that's what a Reaper feels like, I'll tell you that one's never been in the city before that night. I mean, it was as obvious as the day is long.
Where did they take Ken and James' bodies?
You gonna bother Professor Crackers again?
100% I am, yes.
I mean, I imagine they took him down to the preparation area, before they burned the bodies.
I'm going to take off fucking running.
There's like a morgue, basically.
Do I know specifically where in the White Spire that is?
For sure.
Cool. I'm just gonna dimension door there since I know exactly where it is.
Hey, I like that.
Fuck.
You end up in a incinerator.
They moved the incinerator 3 feet.
Yeah,
to the
they
left.
moved it. It wheeled around. They moved it to the side. All right. So yeah, you dimension door immediately down, and you see. So the room is unoccupied, and you see two corpses laid out. I mean, you don't have what you need, I think, to do this.
I don't have what I need, but
you
as
see
long
that
as the
that-
corpses
you
are
see
still
that
here.
You see that fire is white hot. Corpse melting hot.
Yes, but they are not.
They are not in it yet.
there yet.
Yeah.
Do I see any? There's no one else here. It's just these corpses.
Just these
There's no one that's
corpses,
getting
yeah,
ready to
there's
burn them.
There's no attendant that you can see.
Seth, you're the master of dimension door. Can you dimension door with a corpse?
Is it
It
willing?
depends- it depends on
I think
the-
a corpse is an object at that point.
Depends on the definition of that. You can dimension door with one willing creature. So
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
not a
he's
creature.
I think it's a thing at this point.
yeah.
Stop objectifying corpses, please.
I need to speak with it.
I don't think that holds up in court, man.
I mean, you could just go find Professor Money Crackers.
I know, but I don't want someone to burn the corpse while I'm looking for crackers.
Yeah,
right?
it's tough, right? As
That's
soon
the
as you
issue.
walk out that door, I'm melting
That's what
you
I'm saying.
motherfuckers.
That's what.
Has that sentence ever been said before? I don't want somebody to burn the corpse while I'm looking for crackers.
Oh.
I'm just saying, you got lettuce, rabbit, and a fox on your side of the river.
One of my favorite
So, sorry.
subreddits is called Brand New Sentence, and that's definitely one of them.
Go ahead and just add it. Please post that. Let us know the results. I'm about to go. Can I dimension door with a corpse?
The answer is no. The corpse is an object. That I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
is an actual D&D thing.
so are my clothes in my bag. I can dimension with those.
Okay, great.
Specifically
I
says-
retcon Dimension Door that you cannot Dimension Door with your clothes, so
It
you're naked
specifically
now.
says that your personal effects go with you.
Ah,
Is this
okay,
corpse
okay.
a personal effect?
It's somebody's.
Drape it like a stole? Like,
I mean, there is a way he could wear this corpse.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no, no.
Oh,
I've actually started watching Clarice, like the TV syndicated version, Silence of the Lambs. They make quite a few references to Buffalo Bill.
all right. Then I guess the next thing that I have to do is start finding whoever the fuck was preparing these bodies. I'm hoping that someone is down here since the fire is roaring hot. Someone has to be around, right?
Yeah. Magic White Spire. Don't look her down.
I mean, yeah. If you
Okay.
want to look around for someone?
I mean, I would like to. The other option, nope.
I
because
pinky
I haven't
promise not to
rested.
murder these bodies.
All right, good. All right, we're finding crackers.
I'll
I
be
gotta-
right
Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta pee. Hold on. I had too many sparkling waters.
So
I'm just trying to take
We
that
are
long rest.
running out of slots, my dudes.
I'm running out of like things to do.
That's why the long
I
rest.
have it as soon as I can talk with these fuckers.
No, like I'm running out of like
Ideas?
Yeah, I'm running out of like things I could do within the confines of my character. Is the thing. Like at a certain point, right? Where you end up reaching the like economics of I can't let any of these people leave this town because whatever they have is going to like spread through the world.
So
And
we're seeing the
I mean-
we're seeing the inception of Novstred as Arthas right now.
Yo,
basic yes.
that's how we summon the Reaper. But anyway,
you,
all right.
You want to borrow a
I mean-
gauntlet, my dude?
I mean, I feel like at a certain point with all the hints we're getting, like, oh hi Will.
I mean, you guys know you're on
Alright.
videotape, right? Or whatever, YouTube, so whatever you say, I
So
find out later.
We're going to crackers.
Alright, so
I feel
you
like-
Dimension
I feel like
Door. Good, I'm sorry.
I feel like at a certain degree, we're gonna have to let a whole bunch of people die in order to invite the presence of Lady Death, which
I mean, or maybe one powerful person needs to die to invite the presence of Lady Death.
are you just saying
Zach-
like, one powerful person has the same metaphysical weight as like 100 villagers?
Lady Death came specifically to kill, what, 4 oracles, right? So, like, obviously someone who has that sort of power is enough to summon her presence.
I vote Nostrid.
So just a heads up, this is night 45, by the way. Because you forgot to post 44. Or I should
Yeah.
say you didn't have time to post 44.
Yeah. I got
So are you gonna Dimension Door right up to the wizard classroom again?
Sure, let's do that. Let's burn another spell slot. Let's go.
Oh, never mind. You can just walk. That's fine.
No, I'm fine to do that. I'm fine. to do
I
that. It'll be
forgot that
fast.
Dimension.
spell
I
slots
forgot that
open up.
Dimension Door has a cost. I'm so
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
just-
It's a 4th
flying
level
around.
spell.
We're definitely gonna get a long rest before we have to fight the Reaper. Don't worry, Will wouldn't do that to
I
us.
No,
would
no,
never
you
do
guys
that
are
to
gonna
you.
get a long rest. I don't know about me.
All right, so you Dimension Door up and up here, and you go whip right in front of Professor Moneycrackers, and he goes, "Oh God damn it again!" And then I assume you just grab him and Dimension Door back downstairs.
I mean, he has to be willing, so I'm going to explain to him the gravity of the situation and then dimension door back downstairs.
You know, if talking to corpses was so easy, everybody would do it.
That's why.
Well, aren't you glad I brought this character up?
Yeah, thank you. So this is probably before-
important.
So this is probably before, right, timeline-wise, before he was a disgraced member of the White Spire, right?
Maybe this
So,
boy got
'cause he's-
disgraced because he became.
Yeah,
obsessed with
because I
corpses.
was
Yeah.
obsessed with corpses. And,
Yep.
Too much corpse play.
I forget. I was displaced
Perfect.
by who?
Basically Van Helsing.
Oh, Van Helsing.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I think it was actually Van Helsing. Van Helsing displaced me. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you bring us both downstairs. So
Which one
which one do you want to talk to?
I mean, hopefully both, but which one is the most powerful of the two?
I don't have any idea. I never really hung out with these guys.
They're too cool
I-
for me.
I- I teach elementary school kids.
Is this
How
not
to-
a thing that people in the White Spire would have known? Like, come on.
I don't know if they would have. Like,
If
who's
you had
the
to-
best lawyer in your office?
That would be Mark
Probably
Mixon.
subjective. Probably subjective.
No, it's definitely Mark Mixon. Like, renowned in my office.
Okay. Well, it's not like that here. So screw you.
You guys.
Oh,
work in
I'm going with
offices
Ken.
where no one has a title.
Do what?
No, it's like do these oracles work in an office where no one has a title?
Yeah.
I know, right? Wouldn't there be like a lead oracle? Who's now dead, probably?
It's they're all equals.
Alright, I'm going with Ken. I choose Ken.
We'll say Ken was the first among equals. All right. So Professor Monty pulls out his wand and boops Ken on the head.
Five questions.
What did you have for breakfast yesterday?
What was the presence you felt before the Reaper appeared?
So he responds in Dwarvish. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I swear to God.
I think it's just racist to assume everyone speaks the same language that you do. I'm just busting your balls. He speaks common, so it's fine.
Hold on, I need to check because I don't know where this shit is in D&D Beyond.
Left-hand side.
I do. We're good.
Oh, okay, great. So he goes, I was he's Dwarvish, right? So he's got, I was a subtle presence. He's a pirate.
Everyone is a pirate. All
We-
pirates.
we-
all day.
We barely felt. I'm tired of doing gnome voices. we barely felt it. And before we could pinpoint it, the Reaper attacked. This guy's much more helpful because he's on your team.
Great. Wait, he's on my team?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last
Oracles
person you
are
talked
good
to was
guys.
an enemy. So this
Oh,
person
oh.
has no reason to
I
not
thought
give
you meant. I literally thought you meant compared to the other Oracle.
No. Yeah, James was a dick. He's not gonna help you. He goes, "Fuck, I'm dead."
You said before you could pinpoint it. Was there a general location of origin?
It seemed like it was right outside the city walls.
Okay. The city walls, is it a circle?
Generally. I mean, it's not a perfect circle.
Like a square.
It's not a square, but it's more circular than it is square. But it's not a perfect circle. Like, cities don't work like that. Except Salt Lake City, which is a perfect grid. I'm sorry, what is the intent of your question? Maybe I can answer it better.
I'm trying to just like outside the city walls, like where, like north, east, south, like that's such a generalized. Like it could have been in anywhere around, right? Or was it like a pulsing fucking circle, like all around in every location?
Yeah, he wasn't able to pinpoint where it was, so he just knows that it was close by, right? Because they were reaching a little bit farther than normal. So it's not like an echolocation. So it's more of a feeling. So it was a subtle feeling outside of the normal range, which is the city walls.
Subtle feeling outside of
Yeah,
the
it's not like they have a
walls.
GPS. Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, but you think it'd be like tugging left or tugging right, right? But all right, fair
yeah,
enough,
you'd
fair
think
enough.
so, but no, it's not. Nothing like that.
Did it speak to you? Or at all?
No, it didn't speak to us. I'm trying to like think back. I don't think it spoke to. Yeah.
Would you consider yourself the best oracle of the group?
I don't remember. Was there anyone else? It was just the Reaper, or were there other things that attacked too?
Just the Reaper.
Came through the window.
I'm taking bets. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure it's gonna be Ye or Josh, but those are my bets on who's gonna break this baby wide open.
Did you sense anything after the Reaper appeared?
No, I died.
He died immediately?
I mean, sure.
Like two arrows come like flying.
Yeah, like, yeah. He didn't. He had other things. I felt in tremendous amount of pain.
Thank you for bringing that back up.
I don't know if this guy's got 5 questions worth of answers for you.
What final words would you have me bring to the council?
Wow, I was not expecting that.
Run!
Avenge me.
Tell my wife hello.
Yeah, no, I was just
Norris will take care of that.
Oh, my
Please.
wife, I said, hello. I love that episode of Future.
Oh, the neutrals. Just please, please look after my wife and children. Make sure they're safe.
Kids, Nor's out.
This is where we find out that that kid and the mother are the ones that not
Yo.
the wife and child. Yeah.
You'll see your father soon.
I get before the end of the spell, I would like to nod solemnly in hopes of making him understand that it'll be done.
As it fades out, he says, "Save them, Rava. Save them all."
And then,
it
as
fades
is
out.
canon, his body disintegrates.
Yep, exactly. That's a one-time use only spell.
All right, so now to the other corpse.
We're not written. They have the same information.
I'm kidding. All right.
Go talk to Petey.
Spoiler.
know where
he's
you
not
the dumb oracle.
You aren't gonna get a
Alright.
coupon for the tattoo shop.
Please start dragging crackers around with us. He's our new NPC.
All right. I think that's all the information gathering that I need. For now.
You leave crackers down there in the death room.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna walk to the upstairs together, and I'm going to make my way to the sleeping quarters because I am fucking exhausted.
Okay.
And maybe Crackers might have some insight in what he believes is going on.
Right. I will. He does not. We'll see now from you with you guys chatting. Victor.
So I'm gonna cast Commune. There's the PM for how the spell works. Done it like once before.
Okay.
Let you read over that real quick if you want before I ask my questions. I get 3.
Is commune something that you do and you like create a little town and then maybe try to
Yeah.
your local government and
Goddamn hippies.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm gonna communal living society actually is what we prefer. But
All right. Ask your 3 questions. You guys have a lot of these spells.
yeah. Well, I think me specifically, I have.
Yeah, you have. I was gonna
four.
say, do you have anything in your spell book besides weird fucking commune with different people spells?
A lot of these are just inherent too.
Yeah.
So my first question is anybody in the party infected with this disease? And like he may or may not know. I just
Give it to me straight, Doc.
yeah.
No.
Okay, that's good to know. Is it likely that we'll be attacked in the tower?
I'm not sure that they would know that.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised I got a hard no for the first question.
I can't see the future.
And the last question is has the path that I've been on been correct in your eyes? And I guess more like specifically am I repenting for my past sins, like by doing what I've been doing? Like, is this what he wanted me to do?
You just get a yes.
Okay, I'm good with that.
I did not expect that last one. That was from left field. So
Well, I
Right,
thought about it. I was
so-
like, I only have 2 questions I think that apply to the current
yeah,
circumstances.
no. All right, so I think everyone has, for those who sleep. So Zeke, if you don't long rest or kick puncher, how do you level?
Just doing downtime things.
Okay, so
But
if-
I don't have
I'm gonna
to
say what-
actually sleep.
sleep. All right, so I'm gonna say why everyone else is sleeping. You guys are doing your downtime activities. So you can go ahead and hit that long rest button.
Ooh boy. Confirm.
You love to hear it.
So this is like the middle of the day. So you guys are prepping for your night shift.
Yeah. I rolled for HP. I got
Wow, bold choice, yeah.
I used to on one of my other campaigns do every other level. I do standard.
Too
and
scary.
Then, and then roll.
Especially in the beginning, you could really screw yourself. Like at this level, it doesn't fucking matter, right? Like 10 HP is not going to make the difference, but at level 2, like 2 instead of 5 can make a big difference.
Did I get
Yeah.
anything from leveling up?
Yeah, at level 18, I get more movement speed.
Oh yeah.
Can you run 32,000 feet per 6 seconds?
Well,
Man,
You're not the fastest anymore.
I mean, didn't we talk about the whole because of the way that D&D works, if you just set up like a chain system where someone just like hands an object off since it's a free action, you
Yeah,
basically can
I would
just
say you make a rail cannon.
peasant rail gun.
Rail
yes.
cannon.
As in rail cannon, yeah. All right, so Victor, so as you don't sleep, right? But you
I'm aware,
Quiet
but
your mind.
basically shut down. Yeah.
you quiet your mind, and you're not sure if it's because of communing with your deity or not, but you have a vision, and I will talk to you about it when I find it. So you are your human form, and you think that this potentially, based on right how you feel in your body and the look of your skin, as you look at your hands, that this is probably one of the earliest visions that you've seen so far. You think that maybe you're in your early 20s, and as you kneel in kind of like chainmail and shield and hammer, you see a large, like glowing celestial form in front of you. And the celestial form says to you, I accept you as my agent on the material plane. From this day forth, you shall be my paragon. The people in the light will look to you to save them, and the people in the dark will run in fear from you. do not let your pursuit of the one overshadow your concern for the other. As of today, our fates are bound and sealed. And the glowing figure takes a chain from around its neck with the symbol of a hammer on it and lays it around your neck, and then you wake up. Or boot up, or whatever the fuck robots do.
Fucking start.
You're awoken by that spark.
Yeah, sparking at the neck.
Yeah, it's just something awesome's about to happen, and it just goes. Ark.
Yeah, just sit there. I'm the Paragon. Fuck.
And then we will end on a scene, right? So you're all in various places in the White Spire, right? Some are awake, some are asleep, right? And a couple hours pass by, and we're gonna cut to a scene, and we're going to be we see a figure in a large brown cloak walking near the medical tent, and as it approaches the tent, you can see it pulls a dagger out from under its robe and reaches down to like slit the tent, and you hear a voice from behind go, "Begawk!" Thank God, I was looking for a fight. And then the scene fades out. And that'll be our session for today, guys.
Oh, they're gonna kill the Kanku girl.
Yeah, fuck you, GM.
Listen, you guys put all your eggs in the White Spire basket.
I mean,
these
she's
guys
gonna
are
die-
trained monks. They'll be fine.
She's gonna die of
Wow.
fusion anyway, so it's fine.
So I would like to point out it is 11 o'clock on the goddamn dot. So
It is. Holy shit.
Good job.
that is fucking skill. Good job, everyone.
Yeah. Also, apologies again for being late. I was tired as fuck when I got home from work. I was like, oh, I'll set the alarm for like 6:55, and I woke up and I was like, 8:15. Feel like there was something I was. Oh fuck.
Hey, 15. Why are there so many messages on Discord? What is
No,
this?
yeah, I opened it up and I was like, oh, I'm fucking late. You see, at me like 9 times. Fuck.
9, yeah,
Fuck.
like 90.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was probably more. It was a lot.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think you missed anything of particular importance except some good, solid role playing.
Yeah,
but,
this was a
I mean-
split the party episode.
Only 14 times.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I mean, like, there's no real harm in splitting the party, as we've determined, right?
Don't do that.
There's
Why
no
you
harm
guys
in
do-
splitting. There's no harm in splitting the party when you follow my prompts to split the party.
Mhm.
You
Will,
split
Will
the
is like
party,
challenge
yeah.
accepted.
Yeah, if you
Like,
choose
by
to
the
split the
way-
party, and I don't want you to.
The Bellfire fight takes place in 2 separate rooms with 2 separate Bellfires. Have
Only
fun.
one of them is taking HP, but if you get them together, they get a buff that immediately heals them.
Is it a WoW raid boss?
So raid positioning is 100% of the fight.
That would be so shitty in Roll20 to do route like positioning. Like, guys, don't stand in the cleave.
Yeah, I mean that's like kind of a thing.
Fucking
That's like,
melee
hey, maybe
bombing the tanks.
Yeah.
maybe if you fight a dragon, don't stand in a straight line.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah.
I like guest DM'd for
That's why-
a campaign I used to be in, and like they were like, oh, I really want you to like challenge us. I was like, all right, cool, you guys can fight like an ancient dragon. And then they just stood in a line and got like a breath attack against them, and then continued to stay in the line. And I'm like, all right, well, his breath attack is back, and I did it again, and they're like, we're dead. And I'm like,
Don't stand in a line.
yeah, fuck do you want me to do, man? Like,
Yeah, getting hit with the first one was on me. Getting hit with the second one is on you. All right. Are we good for 2 weeks?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it gives me enough time to find some space on my character sheet for triple classing.
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean, I also brought
Nightmare
this
that
entirely
is.
on myself.
Yeah. Are you gonna
D&D
quad
Beyond.
class with your last 2 levels? I don't know
Well,
if D&D Beyond can even handle triple classing, Chris.
It
Like that
does.
maybe does it?
It does.
It definitely does.
goddamn, I might have to actually make a D&D Beyond sheet then. No, so I'm gonna end at 7 druid, 7 cleric, 10 druid, 3 fighter.
Because I need the 4th level cleric spells for the defensive auras.
I've never seen so many head shakes in my life.
I mean,
But I al-
whatever. It
But
works
I
for
also
you.
get to cast magic missile at 9th level for when I really need to stop a concentration.
Let's see. Wish, magic missile at 9th level. Those seem equivalent. So really, Ye got the coolest thing at 18. It seems like everyone else got garbage.
Yeah,
I don't have to use a spell slot to cast shield anymore.
Oh, that's
That's
actually
good.
really,
Really
really
nice.
good.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, yeah.
signature
I think
spells.
you can cast that every single round, right?
Yeah, permanent 5 AC basically.
Yeah, I got nothing to the point where like I'm considering tossing my last 2 levels in fucking fighter. Like I don't even get I get an ability score increase at 19 and that's it. I don't even get anything for being level 20.
What?
That's impossible. How do you get
Uh,
nothing for level 20
I-
cleric?
Capstone?
I don't know.
I
I'm
think
looking at D&D
Cleric?
Beyond.
all-
You're straight cleric, right?
We're
Yeah,
all
I'm
frantically googling cleric.
what flavor of cleric am I?
Yeah,
Or
Like,
it's just a
divine
capstone.
Well, I'm
intervention.
Wardamain cleric.
Yeah, like your 20, you get divine intervention like as you guaranteed to succeed, 1 time a week. That's it.
That's
Which
kind
is-
of that's like kind of cool, but like, I don't
Like-
know.
It's not that great, yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
you TBH. I don't want to like tell you how to run your character.
I guess you do.
But I'm going to.
But like Rune Knight and War Cleric actually it blends really well. Because you don't like have too much stuff to use on a bonus action. So like the control effects from Rune Knight, like I think
Wait, what's Rune Knight?
it's one of the new fighter subclasses.
Do I
Problem is
choose
you already,
subclass?
you already missed it though, yeah. Because there's
No,
oh no,
I
it's 2
can't,
for
yeah.
fighter, right? Or is it 2
Yeah.
or 3?
It's 3.
It is-
Oh no, it's
Martial
3.
archetype is 3.
Yeah, he already missed
So
it.
so if he takes, I mean,
Well, I mean,
don't know if-
technically,
if he-
I don't care if you want to redo your 18.
I don't know if he
Alec,
solidified
like-
his 18 as a
Yeah.
cleric or he wanted to start taking, because specifically this one. So you straight up can redirect